Welcome to Florida Green, our modern pulp Cthulhu game where the threats are ancient and the sanity points don't matter. I'm Ghost, the keeper of arcane lore, and I'm with my very talented friends and players, Archon, Kizik, and Allie. Tonight, for our banter, I think I'm going to try something a little different. I prepped the players a little bit. But you guys have put together a band called Groovin' in the Glades. And tonight we're going to try to write our first song lyrics together as a group, ad-lib style. Hector Lovo, the singer of the band, has come to you with his new poem and needs some extra help making them into song lyrics. So there's 13 spaces. We're going to round robin you guys through, and of course you guys can help each other. So just a reminder, a noun is a thing, an adjective is a describer, and a verb is an action. So our first one, we'll start with Archon. Give me an adjective for a hospital room.
Clean. Am I muted?
Nope, I heard you. Clean.
Okay.
Good deal. Kizik, give me a plural noun,
Ooh.
also for a hospital room.
Needles.
All right, Allie, I need a past tense verb with a theme of pain.
8.
Excellent. Back to Archon, I need a past tense verb with a theme of fast.
Past tense verb. It's not a verb.
It's all right.
yet-
This is difficult. We can all help each other too. Past
Rushed.
tense verb. Rushed. Rush is a good one. You want to go with that one, Archon?
Thank you, Allie.
Okay. Rushed. Sorry, I'm filling this out because eventually I'm going to have to actually say this poem out loud, which is kind of ridiculous. Kizik, I need a body part.
Give me eyebrow.
All right, Allie, I need a plural noun with a theme of secrets.
Whispers.
I could do whispers. I do have whispered literally right in front of that word.
Okay. I'll think of something else. A plural noun of secrets. Okay. Mysteries.
Beautiful. If my keyboard would actually work.
Unsurprisingly, Allie's really good at this.
That's beautiful.
It's almost like I have a degree in it.
Archon, I need a past tense verb with a theme of travel.
Moved.
Kizik, I need an adjective with the scary theme.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Terrifying is good. Kizik, you want to go with terrifying?
Or spooky.
I like terrifying.
Excellent. And then, Allie, I need a noun. It's an attribute, like something that a person has.
Panache.
Panache. I like it. Now, if I could spell it.
That doesn't matter, does it?
Not really. Hopefully I'll be able to do this. Back to Archon. I need an adjective, something like fleeting, but
Adjective, something like fleeting.
Yep.
Transient. Something else you'll have difficulty spelling.
Actually, I got that one.
Excellent. Better than me.
Kizik, I need an adjective with a theme of depths.
Oh, adjectives are tough. I thought you said death first, and then
Oh,
I was
depth.
coming back
too,
to
honestly.
transient.
Sorry, depths. I had the word deep here. Deep just doesn't fit, Hector Lobo says.
A
Ooh,
deep adjective.
yeah, I need a deep adjective, huh? Oh, okay. How about
Abyss.
abyss? Oh, that's a good one. I like abyss.
Abyss as a noun, it'd be abysmal.
Oh, yeah, that's probably right, Miss. Yeah, she's smart.
Unsurprisingly, Allie's very good at this.
All right, Allie, I need a past tense verb with a theme of disguise.
Hid.
All right, and I'll throw this one out to anybody, everybody. I need a past tense verb with a theme of anger.
Yelled.
Raged,
Yeah.
Smited.
smote.
I do like raged. I went with raged. All right, here goes. This is going to be quite awful. Everybody, I'm sorry.
It's Hector, so we're gonna go with.
Yep.
It's his fault. It's none of our faults.
So Hector comes up to the microphone at band practice. He goes, "All right, I got one for you guys. I met her in a clean room. Needles in sterile gloom. My bones were ached, my breath ran thin. My life rushed by. Was this the end? She never asked me why I cried, just held my eyebrow and stayed the night. Her touch was cold as falling snow, and time would slow and love would grow. She whispered mysteries I shouldn't know, and when they moved me out, I caught her eye. No words were said, just one long sigh. We made a home on borrowed time. My heart was hers, my breath half mine. But sleep grew terrifying, and dreams turned black. My panache, once gained, kept sliding back. She held me close and tried to lie, but love like ours was born to die. She knew the truth, our bond was wrong. I woke to find her simply gone. No note, no fight, no transient kiss. Just absence, abysmal and cavernous. She was my cure, she was my curse, a blessing hid inside a hearse. And though I raged into the void, none would hear it. She was the love of my life, but only here in spirit. What do you guys think? It could be a #1 hit.
We're gonna need some heavy guitar. Make that a metal song.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna need some help with writing it into a song. So, what do you think, Gavin?
Oh, I mean, you need a hook. Is the hook raged into the void?
Oh yeah, that's a good hook. That's good.
Or she held my eyebrow? I like that one.
That was from the heart.
Like stroked your eyebrow? As she's like, look on. Oh yeah, that's better than holding the eyebrow.
She tweezed it.
No one has ever done that for me before.
Now
I
I,
know.
now I have two distinct ones. I used to only have one.
Before Anna, there was just one eyebrow.
Hector, you write the song about that ghost lady that you was best friends with?
Hi, I loved Anna. I miss her every day. And yes, the song's about her.
Ghost Anna. That's a good title of it.
Oh, that is good.
Ah,
I was
yes.
just gonna call it, name it after a woman, Anna. There are a lot of songs named after women.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just moved on. You submit them lyrics. I could write you up something.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to hear it. So the more that you see Hector, the more that this is during the 6 weeks, probably before the Glen Ridge stuff. But Hector's starting to get like a little bit of an Elvis flavor to him.
Held my brow.
She held my brow.
Oh.
Oh,
He's got to do the white sequin outfit.
yeah. He's gonna start coming up on stage in tassels.
All
right. So we do a luck refresh because this is Pulp Cthulhu. We're gonna get that out of the way. Thanks for sticking through my poetry. It's better than Vargon
Highly enjoyed
poetry.
that.
So let's do our luck refresh roll. So each of you guys will go ahead and roll a D100. That's your percentile dice. You compare that to your current luck. If it's higher than your current luck, you're going to add 2d10 plus 10 because you failed it. If it's equal to or lower than your current luck, you only add 1d10 plus 5, unless you're lucky.
Okay, well, I'm maxed out again.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
I also do not have my proper character sheet on this PC, I don't think.
Sorry. If it's lower than my current luck,
So if it's lower than your current luck, you're going to add 1d10 plus 5.
Oh, she also rolled a 7, which is a killer roll.
Yeah. And another 7. Allie's getting
Wow.
lucky 7s.
well, I've maxed
Yeah.
out.
Are all of you maxed out on luck now?
No, I got 96.
That's good to know if I'm asking for a luck roll for the lowest person. 96. We need to get... I need to
Lucky?
take your luck away. Yeah. I need to start burning that luck, guys.
It's not
All right,
it's not
so-
our fault.
I
We're
know.
gonna
I need to
feel
start...
what's his face, and that's a hit to the luck on its right away.
Well, yeah. All right, well, let's dive into what happened last time. So you guys had started this investigation into the grisly murders plaguing Glen Ridge, Long Island, dubbed by local media as the work of the Glen Ridge chiropractor. It led you guys into a spiraling case of mythos influence and supernatural violence. As you guys dug in, you discovered a pattern that was connected to a socially withdrawn high schooler named Thomas Dengler. Each victim had been, crossing him in some way or humiliating him. And at the heart of it was this antique necklace, the Amulet of the Moon, a relic passed down through his family. You find out that it's a dormant mythos artifact, and it's psychically tied somehow to Thomas's subconscious, and it's summoning this winged servitor thing, this entity that violently carried out Thomas's buried frustrations and shame as lethal vengeance. So, you guys confronted Thomas, you confiscated the amulet, you cut off the entity's tether to Thomas, at least, and you had Gavin had gone upstairs and grabbed the box, or you got Tom to give you the box for it. So you got this thing locked up tight. And now with the amulet in your possession, you guys are going to decide your next steps. So I think the first part of tonight's session should be the end of the Glen Ridge chiropractor case. We kind of left it up in the air. You guys have some gray polymer samples to make sure that you've retrieved all of them. You guys need to end the police investigation with Detective Hannah Gregson. You need to also talk to Agent Carson with the FBI and get some closure with him. And then I think ultimately you're going to bring the amulet to the vault in Florida. But we ended on a cliffhanger because last night in Lima, Peru, a cat burglar cut a hole in a glass skylight and rappelled down and dropped to a glass case in the museum in Lima, Peru, and smashed the side of the case with some kind of pistol shrimp ability and stole an amulet out of the case. He took his mask off the last second on the camera, to look at the amulet, and you guys know that it's Kevin. He started kind of as a friendly to Silas Kincaid and the Vault, but you haven't seen him in a while. The last time you'd seen him, he came out of a vending machine inside the vault and then disappeared. So this is kind of shocking to see this man. And he stole this amulet called the Amulet of the Sun. And Marge has told you guys, with some backing from your Codex friend at the Vault, that these two amulets are linked. I think there might have actually been some sort of notes in it in Mark Wheeler's diary, the diary that was in... Did you guys get that? It was in the...
Yeah, that was the thing I stole.
Okay, good deal. So, let's start this off with some questions. What do you guys want to do first with this case and Detective Hannah Gregson here?
It was a wild animal attack.
Okay, that's a good start. I think with that, we can go ahead and get a roll together to try to fake some evidence and get this case maybe written up in a way that it blames a large cat.
Oh.
That would be... It's more of a Delta Green thing, so I'm looking at your Pulp Cthulhu sheets.
Natural world.
I could throw a little biology in there.
There's a fast talk roll that's kinda in the ballpark, but if there's anything better, I'd hate for a disguise. It's not really a disguise.
Well, Gavin and I are very southern. We have never talked fast in our entire lives.
I could do persuade.
Okay, I could see a persuade.
Oh, we also got a witch who can just tell people what brains to do things.
Yeah.
That's true too. So if you want to actually meet up with Hannah Gregson and then kind of crawl, you can absolutely do that.
Can hypnotize her.
Yeah, bring up Jasper. Tell her it's all a big cat.
Yes, we haven't seen Jasper in a minute.
I'm cool with that too. That's another way to do this instead of the bureaucratic paperwork route.
I'm down. If that's what you guys want to do, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
So you call her up for this meeting, and let's say you guys meet at do you want to meet at the police station or a coffee shop or the park?
A coffee shop. Jasper likes to work in a little bit of secrecy.
All right, so there's a Thanks a Latte here in town, and you guys would call her in, and she would meet you there. So she walks in and sits down across the table from Stella. So you guys are in a booth, and someone's going to have to sit inside or be standing up. Who wants to be that person? Who's sitting next to Hannah?
Gavin could be the one standing up.
Okay, so she's in the booth by herself, and Gavin's standing next to her. She says, so, did you guys get a crack in the case? Why, what's up?
We have found evidence that these attacks were thanks to a large cat. Have you ever heard of a Florida panther?
A panther? Oh my. Well, when we looked at the scenes, we didn't find any evidence of a large cat, no paw prints or fur or anything like that. You sure it was
Yeah.
a cat?
These cats are very special in that they tread lightly, so they don't leave paw prints, and their fur is very sleek, so they don't shed.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have the body of a large cat? How do you guys know?
They're a
What?
protected species. It would be illegal for us to have a body in our possession.
Right, but I mean, did what kind of break in the case led you to believe that it was this large cat?
Hannah, look into my eyes. Look at my friend Jasper.
Okay.
Jasper is an expert in these situations. It was a
Hi.
Florida panther.
Jasper's an expert in these situations.
Big cat specialist. Loves them.
Go ahead and give me that roll.
Sorry.
Yeah, that'll work. You want hypnosis? That'll work.
Yes, the hypnosis roll.
Okay, yeah.
God.
My hypnosis is a 53, and that was a 49.
Excellent. That's a pass. So, Jasper's eyes start kind of getting larger and smaller and dilating left and right, and her vision, Hannah Gregson, kind of just zooms in to Jasper, and she leans forward, and then she says, before it really sinks into what you guys are saying, she says, "But Eloise Dengler just called the office and said you guys stole a necklace from her son." And then the lock takes place with Jasper. And you say,
Trust in me. Eloise Dangler is mistaken. We didn't steal anything. She gave it to us.
she gave you her son's necklace. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. And this was a large Florida panther.
Yes, very rare, endangered, protected.
Did it belong to a movie star? How did it get up here?
Well, global warming, these panthers, they don't know where they're going, where they belong.
Migration.
Climate change. Keep an eye out.
Okay. I should finish up my reports and close the case.
You should.
All right. And then it kind of breaks the hypnosis, and she blinks, and she says, "Well, agents, it's been an enlightening experience working with you.
You too.
I have to go finish some paperwork." She stands up and goes to shake y'all's hands. Have a
Bye-bye.
good day. Good night. Good night. All right. That's Hannah Gregson down.
Good job, Stella.
That was excellent.
Stella
All right.
still wants to know what exactly happened, but we'll cross that bridge.
What exactly happened?
Yeah, to these people.
Ah. Well, what have you guys put together for yourselves?
I mean, the servitor thing was acting on the subconscious thoughts of the teenage kid. It was, it flies in and rips their little skulls out. The
Does
codex.
it grab the head and pull up, or does it grab the head and pull back?
You're right. I don't know that level of detail. I wasn't really thinking about it to that level. It was ripping their spines out, like.
Mortal Kombat style. It was
Well,
just
one needs to know, why is it called the chiropractor?
All right. Do you guys have all of your samples of the gray polymer?
I believe we did go get those all from the coroner. He was very upset about it.
I had remembered that too, but I was kind of testing your note-taking abilities.
Well,
How many do you have?
I don't have notes in front of me. I'm in.
I know, this is a terrible...
I'm in another state. I don't even have my character sheet.
I was in another state when those notes happened. I don't have
That's
notes
true.
either.
Kizik, do you take notes?
I do take notes. I didn't write down how many we had. I remember there's still one that we were sending somebody else out to go finding to stop it because he had maybe 6 samples, and we took 5 of them, but he set the 6th one off, and we was gonna use an FBI contact to pull that back. Maybe not FBI, but the FBI guy who knows about the spooky stuff to pull it back.
Carson.
The spooky agent.
Okay, so that's
Sneaky.
good. I'm cool with that, and I think that that's absolutely true and 100% positive. So, when you guys do talk to Carson, which should be here in a couple seconds, remind him that he needs to get some gray polymer back from wherever that went, which I think it was sent to a lab to get tested. Just remind him that he needs to do that.
Not sent to the CDC.
Oh, was it sent to the CDC? That may have been it.
I remember that coming up.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I'm willing
Nope.
to be wrong.
Sounds right. Okay, so how do you end things with Agent Carson?
Okay, bye.
I mean, we gotta call him in. I don't know where he is, but we gotta have that meeting face to face because my phone is not a secured phone for talking about the spooky stuff.
So, do you want to meet him in Florida? Or do you want to call him and see where he's at?
Yeah, let's call him and see where he is.
Meet us at the airstrip. We got places to be.
So bring. Phone's ringing.
Is Agent Carson there?
This is Carson.
Yeah, we need to meet up and have a little sit down. Where are you at in the world right now? Also, this is Agent Gavin.
I know who this is. Sharp. I am in Glen Ridge right now.
Hey, we are too. You want to come meet us at the coffee shop?
I'll be there in 5.
Thanks, man. Agent, man. I'll see you in a little bit.
Agent man?
Buddy.
Secret Agent man. Okay, so...
I bet that's his ringtone.
That's a callback right there. Also, did anyone else, he's in town? Alright.
So, you guys don't need to roll for spots, but he rolls 3 deep. And you guys will see 2 other people come in behind him that you may or may not recognize.
Knock him out.
So, Carson walks over to your table, and the other 2 go to a different table in the corner of Thanks a Latte. And Carson slides into the booth, and he says, how'd it turn out?
The most important thing you need to worry about is we got 5 out of the 6 samples, and the 6th one's going to the CDC, and we don't have the right kind of resources to go pull that down.
The CDC, like regular mail. He sent it in the mail.
Yeah.
I think he sent it Amazon pickup.
I thought he said he got a courier, but we did get the information on the delivery, so we'd be able to provide that.
Yeah. So once you provide that, Carson pulls his phone out, sends a quick text. This guy that's in Florida State Trooper gear. Now, he's not actually in Thanks a Latte with that, but that's the last time that you saw him. He slides out of the restaurant coffee shop when his phone goes off. He looks at it and, gets Carson's text, and then he leaves to go and deal with something. Probably
Did we
that.
see him?
Yeah, you guys have seen him. He came
Oh,
in to
okay.
Thanks a Latte. He sat in the corner with this lady. This lady is now alone in
So one
the
of us
corner.
goes, "Hey,
You want to just wave?
wait a minute.
I know you.
You want to do that to which one?
Oh, we don't have to do that to anybody. That sounds like we sound. I think we're
That's
smarter than that.
Southern hospitality. Don't I know you?
Yeah, but we're on
Gosh, I'd
Long Island.
recognize you. Small world. All right, so Carson, he sends that text. The guy leaves. Carson says, "All right, we'll get that taken care of. We'll get the sample back from the CDC, and then, I mean, what happened? Is this like some sort of alpha event, or are we gonna have this popping up again? What was it?"
Oh, it was a big cat attack. You didn't read the news reports?
He lifts an eyebrow because I sent you in with the program. What was with the gray polymer in the first place?
It's being taken care of.
Agent,
And
when was
I-
the last time anybody held your eyebrow?
Held my eyebrow? Nobody. Who holds eyebrows?
Oh, maybe
That explains
ghosts.
a lot about you.
But no, it's taken care of.
It's handled.
I have to finish my reports. You're telling me it's a big cat. Look, I don't really want the extra bullshit. I didn't go through my normal channels to try to get this done because well, frankly, I needed to go outside of those channels. And I'm glad that I've met you as contacts. I hope we can work again in the future. So if you guys say that it's handled, I trust you, and I believe that it is handled.
Mhm.
So that's it then, huh?
Yeah, Florida Panther.
Okay, Florida Panther. Right. All right. That's okay. Look, keep my card. If there's anything that me or my friends in the bureau might be able to do for you, keep me on the phone.
will do.
We definitely will, man.
I appreciate your
Hi.
assistance. Thanks. He tries to shake your hand too as he leaves. And after he leaves, she walks out, not ordering anything, but she leaves money on the table for some reason. And they leave. All right. Is it time to kiss Glenridge goodbye?
Please.
Hey, get us out of this New Jersey.
This is Long Island.
Long Island, New York. You were in
But
New
I
Jersey
respect
for
the
the
spirit.
house. It's Yankee land, no matter
It's
what.
Long Island.
That's all right. Let's boogie. Does anybody need to make a stop in Florida? The HU-16 Grumman Albatross can make a flight from Long Island to Lima, Peru, with one fuel stop. It would take 19 to 21 hours, depending on wind. And if you want to make it, that's a long fucking flight for any
Yeah, I'm gonna need
pilot
to
to
be
do
sedated
solo.
for that.
I'm really
So-
surprised you did all the math on that. But yes, that's a long flight. But good
If
job
you-
on that.
It's up to you guys, but I think maybe a stop in Florida is in the cards. And depending on how long you want to stay, we might be able to put a forward gun into the Albatross.
Oh, that would be awesome. Can it be like a Tesla gun or something that would be like weird sciencey?
Weird science.
Well, I kind of do like that idea, but the original plan was a 20 millimeter to the nose of the plane, wasn't it?
It was a 105, but
Oh, a 105.
yeah, it was a big boom. But I could go with any size. The reason that I bring up the The reason I bring up the weird science things, we had talked about after we had the original conversation, we had talked about making it a weird science gun for various different reasons. One of which was that customs would never be able to look at it and say that's a gun.
Yeah, if you can make it look like your aeronautic equipment anyway, just a big ass antenna. Give it a little nose cone bulge for the array dish. I don't know.
Make it look like an eyebrow.
Its eyebrows all the way down.
Yeah, I don't have my current character sheet, but I sent you an update a while back that has some information on it. When you asked for the last update where we added a bunch of traits, I did put it on here. Weird science was an added trait. So I'm guessing I can roll my mechanics skill and do this.
Yeah, I'm good with that. You're gonna do this in S1E in your shop, right?
Yes. Do I get any bonuses for being at my home shop?
I will actually give you an advantage.
Because it's nice to know where your wrenches are. I know where my 10 mil is.
Whoa, you have a 10 mil?
Well, yeah, you gotta buy spares too. Yeah, it's not a hard success. Let's see. 49 out of 67 is just a regular success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, walk me through what you're doing here.
So yeah, I mean, I'm building basically a larger version of that. Basically, I've taken my Tesla apart, figured out how it works, and that was my introduction into weird science, and I just upscaled it to aircraft grade size and put it in the nose of the plane.
All right, so basic power supply, wires, and emitter, right?
Mm-hmm. And it looks like avionics because, it's all electrical equipment.
Definitely would pass inspection. While he's busy doing this, does anybody else want to do anything while they're here at the warehouse? Check in with local family or anything like that?
And I make sure my dog's doing okay. And I'd like to play that bell on my siren's lure just to see what's going on. See if it still makes a bunch of noise.
It does. It's gonna ring like that for forever.
Also, I'm now back at home, so my agrophoria comes back in, and I'm real happy just on the ship, not getting off.
Feeding moose and ringing your bell. Got Archon with his airplane and the big ass Tesla shooter emitter thing that's coming out of the front. What's Stella doing?
I'd like to check in on Silas and Marge. Because as I understand, Silas is still very sick.
Oh, I thought he was Benjamin Buttoning.
Yeah, he is.
I can't remember, but so I just felt like we should check in.
I gotcha. Yeah. So, yes, last time. Well, you call Silas because Marge and Silas are in Tampa. They are hanging out at the vault, and Silas is doing better. His cancer is completely gone because he underwent a vault treatment for his cancer, and it actually reversed his age. So he and Marge look closer in age now, and they have more time with each other ultimately. Yeah, he did kind of do a little Benjamin Button thing.
I really I'm interested in checking in on Marge because she is what keeps us going. And she's also watching the chicken Hennifer, so.
Yes, Marge is at the vault, and her and the Codex are whipping the vault back into shape. They're getting everything categorized and inventoried, and they're finding a lot of things that have been lost to the ages. So it's a good thing that Marge is there.
I've always said that.
It was a good decision to link them up.
Yes, yes. I always imagine the Codex looks like that one guy from Game of Thrones.
Which one guy?
The bald guy.
Oh. Viserys? Is that what his name is?
Yes, yes. The eunuch.
Yes. Okay. The Codex has an icon. I don't know if I have it anywhere but the Codex map.
I was
but
about to say, I think it's just in the vault, though.
yeah.
Unless you have
Anyway.
it in your little, like, tar pit.
I probably have it in I probably have it in a folder somewhere.
Do not ruin this for me.
He looks like the eunuch from Game of Thrones.
Thank you. I knew that. I've always said that.
I think Hennifer is here at the warehouse, though. Moose has been watching her. She's here.
Okay,
in the front.
that's good.
And yeah. Anybody else want to do anything?
Are we gonna put the box in the vault before we leave?
Are we sure we're not going to need this?
I feel like we're not done with it yet. I'm not ready to let it go.
Yeah, I feel like this is one half of the puzzle, and we're going to get the other half. I mean, they called the other amulet the Amulet of the Sun. This is the Amulet of the Moon. I think they might be related.
I concur.
All right, keep it in the box.
Well, yes, keep it in the box.
Yeah, we're not going to wear it.
Again.
It's not like that weird guitar.
Right?
I mean, I don't wear that guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you carried it around forever.
I'm not carrying it right now.
Are you not? If you think about it and blink, does it not appear in your hands?
I know I gotta have like a inspiration to play some real good music, and then I can make it come back, and it feels like happiness.
I'm gonna let you stew on that for a minute.
Then the guitar pops into his hands.
Ah.
Yeah, it does kind of just appear. All right. So if you're all fueled up and ready to go, is Kizik ready to go? Or, I'm sorry, is Gavin ready to go? Can he leave?
He rolled real well. Holding the guitar makes him feel better. You can go anywhere now.
Home is where the guitar is. That's good. It's a slight advantage to that.
That's the power of rock and roll, man.
Home is where the strings are.
He has taken the metal strings off and he's restrung them with fishing line.
Oh man.
Oh, that sounds
awful.
Good.
I don't know if that would sound good at all.
Man, it's like a nylon string guitar. It gives it a more homely sound. It's not as rock and rolly, but it sounds real good.
I don't know if that would sound good at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't resonate right?
There's be no tension.
You can it got the 100-pound line on it. I can string shit up to 100 pounds.
So you're a musician who replaces the guitar with fishing line. Are you the fisherman that replaces the fishing line with piano wire?
Yeah, just like real sharp monodirectional saws right there.
That would get some sort of fishing done.
I was about to say that's. I'm not saying I don't know anyone who's tried it. I'm just saying that it's not a great idea.
How can tune 100-pound fishing line?
That's carefully. The big tuna.
Big tuna. It's good.
Okay, well I'm gonna go. This has been fun.
This is where you quit?
Yep, that's it.
The tuna joke?
Yep. That's my hard limit.
Big Tuna, they're the band that plays one of the StarCraft 2 songs on the jukebox.
Very nice. Good little segues.
We don't have ADHD at all. None of us.
I know, right?
None of us do.
All right, let's jump into this fucking albatross and go to Lima. Oh yeah, I'm controlling this thing. All right, so I'm gonna hit the button.
After you.
I mean, if I was at home, I could boot DCS and give you a flight, but nobody would enjoy it but me.
I can give this much of a flight from Florida to Lima, Peru.
Yeah.
We redlined all the way here, and it
Like DuckTales.
yes, it did
Wait a
take a while. We swirled around a little bit.
We
Tailspin.
ran into a sea monster and had to divert.
Well, speak of that, you guys fly into Lima, Peru, and it's late night when you guys arrive. It depends on what you guys want to do. I didn't know what your flight plan was. Do you want to land at the international airport here? It's Jorge Chavez. Or you can land, I mean, it's a beachfront property kind of place, so you could land pretty much anywhere.
I mean, the big advantage of having a flying boat is that we can land anywhere where there's water. So I feel like it'll bring in less attention if we don't land at the international airport, but I'm up to whatever the group wants to do.
It'll be cheaper if we don't land at the international airport.
That too. I can't even imagine what tie down for an albatross runs.
Yeah, Dudley.
that's like just the taxes.
You got your passports?
Yeah, but if we land in the water, there's no customs.
That's also true.
And Jasper doesn't like to get his passport out. He blinked for his photo.
So set her down in the water and put Jasper in and let him go for a swim.
I'm trying, but someone glued a stick to the bottom of the plane.
You have control.
Oh. Oh, you're a robot for me. You're a robot for anybody else?
Flying, I did try to get. I love the shot underneath.
Guys?
Oh no.
Oh no, we're flying cup hopper.
Is it come out too?
Guys? Is anyone else a robot?
Mine's.
Hello?
Hello?
I can hear you guys.
I can hear you.
I mean, Ghost keeps
I can
turning
hear
into
you
a
guys.
robot while he's talking.
He does.
Does that sound better?
You sound fine. I wasn't having
Yeah.
any problem with you. I was having problems hearing Ghost.
Yeah, same.
I hear you guys fine.
Yes,
Okay.
but you were a robot, and I have no idea what
Do
you
you
just
guys
said.
hear me okay now?
Do now, yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Sorry, man. Service in the cake topper's a little buggy.
It's probably me more than anybody else.
You sound fine now.
Okay. Yes, I did tie a stick to your plane. I like the shadow, and I can pitch you forward now. And backwards. You can climb and bank.
Ew.
Anyway,
Yeah, it makes sense. I get it.
all of that maneuvering will be coming in very handy because you guys are about to get attacked.
In the plane?
In the plane.
I has a gun.
No, I don't like that.
You're gonna want to hang out the
So,
side with like your machine guns.
Oh, I do like that.
I got a shotgun and I got a good strong grip.
The role I was born to play.
This
There,
is
Gunnar.
our plane. I wish I had a map of the interior. That would have been really cool. But we will use our brains. All right. So as you're flying, Graham, you feel a strong side wind from the right-hand side of the aircraft, and it shunts you to the left. It feels like turbulence, but there's a crunch that comes with it, and the side of the plane. I'm sorry. Let's do this. I'm gonna mark the tail section where it just crunched. Maybe? No, I'm not, because
It's not
I'm
a
a
locked
dingus. It is locked.
thing.
There it is.
I was gonna give you a
But,
really geeky explanation of how I use differential thrust and the rudder pedals to overcome the turbulence, but I'm suspecting that
I wish
doesn't
you
work.
wouldn't.
So the crunch comes with a big loud like rip noise, and anybody that looks back there can see the arm, maybe an appendage, let's call it. It's black and it ends in claws reach through the siding of this airplane. Right now, I think Graham has the initiative with the highest dex, and then it goes Stella, and then it goes Gavin. So, Graham, I need an action from you, which could be continue flying the airplane, or put the autopilot on to fight this thing, or whatever you want to do.
I would like to take evasive action and try to fling it off the plane.
Like a start a roll.
Yeah, depending on altitude, obviously.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, well, that's right. That's not the right character sheet. All right, so here, I'm gonna assume you need an aircraft roll for that.
I would like that, yes.
It would be really weird if you didn't.
Mhm. I would like that very much. Thank you.
I actually need to use luck to pass that roll. Son of a bitch.
How much luck?
2 points. But still, like,
Ah,
that's still, like, come on, that's like his thing. Anyway, I will use 2 points of luck to pass that roll.
and then explain what you're doing here.
So if it's coming to the tail section and it's got an arm through the body, and I have enough altitude to perform a roll, I am going to both roll and side slip. I'm going to do an actual barrel roll. So I'm going to basically turn the rudder so that the tail is moving in one direction, and turn the aileron so the plane is flipping up on its head and then coming back down around, and it should gain momentum, and centrifugal force should force the thing out, or at least try to force it out.
All right. Now, did everybody have their seatbelts on?
God, I hope so, because this is not a good maneuver to do in an albatross. It's not really made for this.
I never don't have my seatbelt on in an airplane.
Gavin's not certain if there's seatbelts that Gavin would use in this airplane.
Gavin's like, it's a boat. You don't need seatbelts.
Both of you give me dexterity rolls, please.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Bye! Can I dive across the airplane and hold Gavin down?
With a 5, that's an amazing roll. I was going to say, just for a second, like, you feel Jasper getting light, and you realize that you have to have a hand on him too, but you grab him, and then sure, you dive across and help kind of buckle Gavin back in.
I'll
As
just
this-
extend a leg across the aisle, hold Gavin down.
As the albatross pitches and rolls in the air. This thing in the back, it looks like it's dug in now to the shoulder. It's coming through. Let me give you an image
Please.
so you guys can see what it looks like finally.
I just want to compare it to the image in my head.
I think we were already given an image way back in the day. Nope, that wasn't the image.
You know what? That's not far off from what I was imagining.
It's not far off.
You don't know what I was imagining. I never said it.
These 4 claws on its arms have multiple, like, serrations or talons on them. And its opposable thumb is, working its way, and its arms have barbs on it up to the elbow. So it's shoved its whole arm in, and it's just black, shiny carapace is just ripping and trying to just force its way in. It's already up to its shoulder. All right. I do have to roll for it because you are doing this barrel roll thing. I have to make it fair.
Do a barrel roll.
I don't know why I have to make it fair. It's just kind of part of the game, and I gotta roll dice too, and I gotta say, oh yeah, I got a 7. It's going. It's coming through.
Yeah, it does kind of suck when you're like, hey, here's an awesome moment for your piloting skill. It doesn't matter.
You did do that barrel roll.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so it's coming in. Let's just say that these next 6 seconds it's coming inside. So, Graham, what would you like to do now?
Graham. Well, I just did a barrel roll, and that didn't do anything. There's now a servitor-sized hole in the back of the aircraft, so I'm guessing that it's not flying very well. I don't think I can do anything but fly the plane. I mean, when you're flying a plane, that's pretty much what you can do. You can fly the plane.
I mean, after one does a barrel roll, the natural progression is to flip.
I mean, it didn't help. So, I'm gonna fly the plane. I'll hold action. I'll do that. And if there's any way, like, I can see an opportune moment to maneuver in a way that will help one of the others, I will.
Okay, that's cool. This is also okay. Let's think about it this way. This is your Fortress of Solitude, right? This is your mobile base. So if there's any trips or hazards or anything that you've rigged into this plane, maybe in the tail section that you might think of, cinematically, we can throw a bunch of shit at this, right? So maybe we'll think about it outside the box. Maybe it's not your action. Maybe it's the plane's action that you can take advantage of. You're holding on. We're thinking about it. Now, Stella, what would you like to do?
Percent animal, would you say this thing is?
0.
Okay. Let's say I have some hairspray in my carry-on. And let's say Gavin's got a lighter in his pocket. What if I spray the hairspray towards the face of this thing and Gavin lights the lighter?
You could team it up like that. You could also just hold the lighter and the hairspray together and flamethrower this thing.
Okay, that's fine. I don't see why I wouldn't have a lighter.
Right? Swamp Witch, you got candles to light.
Yeah, I got incense to burn.
Alright, so you got this makeshift... Your luck's so high, I won't even ask for you to roll this luck to see if you've got hairspray, because you obviously brought hairspray. You have green hair. Duh.
I'm a swamp witch from Florida. I got hairspray and I got cigarettes, so I got a lighter.
Alright, this is... I'm going to say it's a dexterity-based attack, so I need a dex roll for it, unless you think of any other thing you'd rather roll.
No, that's fine.
And what is your dex score?
80.
So half is 40, and then half again. No, it's 1/5. All right, so 41. Do you want to spend any luck to make this a super success?
Oh, sure.
Burning that luck.
I'm
gonna get it.
I'll spend 21 luck.
And make it a mad super duper extreme success.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like, not only did I throw this servitor off, he's blinded for life.
He's blinded by the light, even.
Blinded by the light.
Blinded for life.
Can you roll me a D10, please?
Sure.
All right, so a jet of fire comes out of your hairspray. They might back it with propane or butane for all you know. It's the good stuff. And it ignites in this servitor's face, and the entire back end of the plane, like lights up with the the light of this fucking fireball. But it looks like it just blasts into the servitor's face. And this thing does not like it. It takes a step. It's like halfway through the tail, and it like shrinks back to grip the outside of the plane again. Like it's thinking twice about even coming inside.
Okay. While it's gripping the outside of the plane, I'd like to go ahead and end my hold action. I've figured out a thing I might want to try.
Okay.
So I put this Tesla cannon in the front. And we'll say that I had an epiphany moment while I was doing it of maybe I'd want to be able to electrify the outer skin of the plane with the Tesla charge. So as he's gripping the outside of the plane, I'd like to flip those switches and make that happen.
Yeah, let's say, you did this right. You know that you can connect a ground to the chassis from one spot on the emitter and have the emitter just go straight through the chassis. So while you've been flying this plane and everything, you've been like making this connection down here, like wire your own plane, and then you flip everything on, and electricity jolts through the aluminum frame of the Albatross and just shocks the shit out of the servitor. Go ahead and give me 2d6, please.
2d6. I got those. Oh, over here. So that's 10. 2 5s.
Nice. Excellent.
That's almost as good as it gets.
And Gavin, what would you like to do?
Gavin has heard the rip and like tried to get up, and then there was a barrel roll, and then a lady's leg stopped him from sliding towards the back, and then that lady jumped up with a hairspray and sprayed the thing with fireball, and now Gavin's got a shotgun in his boot, and he is no his shotgun's not in his boot, that's where he keeps his knife. He's got his little sawed-off shotgun on his hand, so he's going to go to that hole, he's going to poke his little shotgun out there, and he's going to shoot at the servitor who's holding on to the plane. Shoot him!
Stick the barrel
Oh,
in his
that's
mouth.
me.
I will yell
Alright,
back,
cool.
don't touch the skin of the plane.
I got that. This is
And I'll yield. You've known me for how long, and you called me a lady?
I mean, that's just polite.
Is that a
I
super
got my
duper
whole
awesome?
big Joe holding
That's
me
a
down.
hard success, not a super success. I can spend 7 luck and make it super.
Do you want to burn the luck? You guys have so much luck.
Do you want him to burn the luck?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna burn some luck. 7,
Yay!
make it a 13.
All right, so you you give them both barrels, and this is a
Ah.
10 gauge.
Yeah, this is a 12 gauge sawed-off shotgun. I got 2 triggers and I pulled them both.
All right, give me the full
damage.
damage.
Should have
please.
let the GM give you the 10 gauge.
Sorry, where were you keeping that?
Oh, that's just on my hip. That's like a public
Okay,
holster.
he keeps it in his boot, right? He has one in his boot and then one on his hip.
I got a bunch of guns. You never know where they could be. A 4d6.
Give me that 4d6. 19.
That's a 19.
That's beautiful. All right, so the shotgun blast erupts out of the end of the shotgun, and it takes this thing, and it peels him off of the skin of the plane, and then his body just kind of starts to drift back. Gavin, you can see this. As he's kind of tumbling away from the plane, you see him spin, and then his wings just become like full, and he starts to sweep back towards the plane. He's on the outside, but he's still moving back towards you guys.
Can I?
He's coming back.
Yeah. I'll try to maneuver the plane to put him in front of the cannon.
Excellent. Give me that plane roll.
Yeah, hopefully I don't have to spend luck on it this time. Jeez. I don't, but it's closer than I'd like it to be. It's just a regular success.
All right, sweet. So you end up coming about on him, maybe moving it like this, and then we've got a little bit of a servitor maneuver, and he comes and he flashes in front of you at about 200 meters.
It's not very far.
Should be good enough for the Tesla.
Yeah, it's close.
Give me that Tesla shot.
Okay. Which you want me to use aircraft again for that?
I want your firearms, whatever you're using for the Tesla.
Okay. Give you the firearms roll. Wow. I rolled just about the exact same thing. I'm not sure the dice actually rolled. It's still a pass unless you want me to do it again.
If you're not sure they rolled and like there was some lag, you can hit it again.
The debt percentile just went up and then came right back down. There we go. Okay, that actually is a hard success. What you want 2d6 again?
That's the Tesla, yeah, the 2d6.
Okay. That one's only 6 damage.
All right, so this bolt of lightning shoots out of the albatross, streaks across the sky, and smacks into this dark black flapping silhouette in the air. And its wings kind of come in for a second, and then just envelop its body, and it drops, just losing altitude straight down. And you guys, like the albatross, is just unable to make that same drop, so you pass over top of it. You're going to have to maneuver back around to try to find it again. And if I could get spot hiddens from everybody, we'll see if any of you three can see it.
Yar.
Still hanging out the back of the plane.
Oof, it's not a very good spot hidden from me. I don't think that's a pass. I'll spend 4 luck and make it a pass.
Burning down the luck.
Oh. My spot hidden is a 37.
So you needed it. Kizik looks like he got a 98 out of a 99.
Yeah. I still see it.
99 spot hidden. He has X-ray vision.
I also have night vision, so I could get a bonus.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right, so yeah, you guys could easily spot this thing. It looks like it's stunned, and it's just dropping as you guys bring the albatross around in kind of a dive to track it and keep up with it. If it continues in its current trajectory, it's going to crash into the water. But you all three feel like this thing is not dead.
I run from the back, and I'm going to try to find my net gun. I try to land it.
Unless it's a net made out of det cord, I'm not sure that's going to do us a lot of good.
I mean, you trap something with wings underwater, it's going to drown.
It's a net made out of piano wire.
Guitar string.
It's a guitar string net.
It's a guitar string net.
It's actually harp string.
Launcher's made out of an old saxophone.
It's the compressed air gun that sounds like a tuba every time it goes off.
Boom, 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 boom.
I gotta love me an oboe personally. But all right, so you're gonna try to find your net launcher. It should be pretty simple. What does everybody else want to do at this moment?
I could do a follow-up shot on it, but I think it's stunned, so I think I'm going to do minimal effect. I'm kind of regretting not going with the high caliber cannon at this point.
Oh, I should have asked, do we bring that RPG?
It still had a bazooka from the lake.
We did, and we have a big
No.
hole he can hang out of.
No, we had to, we left the RPG because you wanted to bring your guitar. Weight-wise, it just didn't work.
That's a no fuck you if I've ever heard one. I love the improv yes ands, but the no fuck yous, that's even better.
Especially when it's coming from another player.
Shit. Yeah, there's I think you guys still have the RPG in, it's probably underneath a couple jackets or something.
How much damage does the RPG do?
That is a good question. I can double check.
I've got to figure out a solution for the Albatross again, because Kizik's shotgun did like literally 2 dice more damage than my cannon in the front of the plane.
But what I'm hearing is my improvised fireball did nothing.
Oh, no,
Oh.
it did.
I helped
That's
light
not
up
what I'm
the
hearing.
face. Everybody saw it because his face was still on fire.
Well, he also asked for dice damage for it.
Yeah, you did 9, and then Kizik did 10, and then Archon did 6.
Kizik did 19.
So what I'm hearing is
I
it could
must-
have been worse.
Yeah, go back in the
I
chat.
missed the 10.
So yeah, because he rolls 4d6 for his shotgun, and it rolled out to 19. That was why I was like, "Holy shit!"
hold on.
His
Then,
shotgun's doing twice as much damage as my cannon on the front of the fucking airplane.
Yeah, we'll have to scale that better.
Yeah.
Those pocket shotguns will really
Right?
do a number.
Also, it was an extreme success, so I could have been 4 6s. I forgot those rules.
Oh, yeah.
because it's auto crits.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. This thing's looking pretty fucking dead then, instead of it might get back up.
Yay!
You guys can watch it drop into the sea.
Is there some gray polymers on the back of this thing?
No,
Is
what's
this-
this?
Yeah, if you look at the skin of the albatross, it's got like a slimy gray polymer.
While you guys
You've
are
seen
looking at that, are we watertight? Is that hole above or below the water line?
above.
Oh, that's something I would know real good. No, we good to land. Come on, it's
Okay.
plenty good.
We're gonna need to fix that before we go anywhere. There's a person-sized hole.
What's the body of water next to Peru? Oh, is it the Pacific Ocean? Okay. Just curious. Anyways, yeah, water lines and
Yeah,
such.
that wasn't in Paddington. They didn't go from the Pacific.
How did they come?
From London.
Duh.
They redlined very similarly to us.
Right.
Did they
Paddington
encounter
turned the
any sea
light on and
monsters?
off. They didn't see any sea monsters. No.
How many improvised fireballs did Paddington have to
Used to take
Create.
out his servitor.
He would have just used orange marmalade.
Oh, he loves that.
Him and the servitor are now friends.
Where are we landing?
We're still gonna
Alright.
continue on, I think, with our original plan because we can land in the water, so that's how we're gonna do it.
I have a follow-up question. Very important. Why was Paddington going to Peru?
That's where his aunt lives.
Ah, okay.
And
Silly.
the nun that runs the retirement center for old bears called Paddington and said, "Hey, man, you got to come down here. Your aunt's not doing too good."
Spoiler alert.
That's really sad.
Did Gavin watch this movie?
Yeah, that was half
That was
of.
the in-flight.
That was the
entertainment.
in-flight movie. I was about to say that.
Just
As
on
you
his
guys are
phone.
landing. Yeah, as you guys are landing, he's just crying. Where'd it go, Paddington?
Graham keeps coming back and trying to watch it, and
We're
they're like,
fighting
"Guys,
off the servitor just sobbing.
yeah." But they're like, "Graham, you gotta fly the fucking plane. You can't watch the movie."
We gotta get to the retirement home.
Whenever we land, we gotta get some orange marmalade.
And a nice blue raincoat.
So in Lima, Peru, this area right here is very like industrialized warehouses, container ships, that kind of thing. This is more of like public beach. And then when you get up here, this is actually like more residential beachfront property, but nobody actually lives directly like on the beach. They don't really. It's weird to explain, but you could park up here and kind of be off the beaten track, and then you guys take the little dinghy out of the albatross to get on shore, and then you guys need to come up with some sort of land vehicle.
I thought we were gonna pull up to a dock.
You
But
can pull up to a dock.
we still need to pull up. Well, we need to pull up to a dock because we definitely need to refuel and repair. So that's going to be a problem that we're going to have to address.
What did Paddington use?
Raincoats.
Umbrella.
Fuel?
Just stick that sucker in there.
Marmalade for fuel. Raincoats for patching the hull.
Okay. And for transportation, of course.
They hired a riverboat.
Ah, classic.
Well, it sounds like
So-
Gavin's going to figure out a riverboat. That seems like it's up his alley.
To go
Well,
to
we're
the
in
inner
the-
city of Peru?
In the big city.
Oh, that's right. We got to go to a museum.
Yeah, we're going over here.
Taxi.
So you land at a dock to refuel and everything. It's a dock that can take you to the albatross. The man, his name is Manuel. He runs the dock here. He says, "Yeah, no problem. We'll get you fueled up." While you're here in Lima, I suggest that you see the Hotel Mari or the restaurant Mari. It's actually the place where the pisco sour was invented. Anybody that visits
Sold.
Lima should get one from there because it's the OG. And then yes, we have lots of great museums. Spend some time in Lima, my friends. I will take care of your plane.
I appreciate that, Emmanuel. If you slip up some extra cash, if you can get that hole patched while you're refueling the plane, that'd be awesome.
He looks at it side-eyed and he's like, "Bird strike."
Yes, I slipped more cash to his hand. It's a bird strike.
Something like that.
Something like a
Lima's
bird
got it.
strike.
He goes, "South America has big fucking birds."
I like this guy.
It is
All right.
He's fun. He gets it.
So you pay Emmanuel, and he gets you guys a taxi to anywhere that you want to go, or he can set you guys up with like a rental car from his cousin.
Let's give his cousin some business. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah. It's the least we could do.
Oh, definitely. Oh no, that's not. Oh, sorry, shoot him. Yeah. Let's get us a car.
All right, so you get a nice car. It's all settled up within the family. Emmanuel just nods, and the car is dropped off for you guys. And you guys have free reign to go anywhere in Lima, or you could take a driver who actually knows, his way around and knows some local stuff. But it's up to you on how you guys want to go. You want to take
Let's
Emmanuel
go to the
with you?
zoo. Sorry.
No, we need a driver. According to Paddington, 3 out of the most 5 dangerous roads are in Peru.
Yeah, up on
yeah.
the mountains, yes. It's very tight city driving through here, I'll say. I looked at some like Google Earth stuff. It's very tight in there in some places.
We'll get Emmanuel's cousin to drive his own car.
All right. His name is Reynolds, and he will take you anywhere you would like to go.
Reynolds?
His name is Reynolds.
Okay.
mean, are we just going to the museum, or are we gonna try to get our feet wet first and get us a hotel for a couple of days?
That probably makes sense, doesn't it? We could go here to Jesus Maria.
You sure that's not Jesus?
One can never know. Truly.
Sounds like a plan. Just what do you guys? Where do you want to start?
Let's get a place to stay. I like that. That's logical.
Okay.
They said,
All right.
Hotel Mari, we gotta get a Pisco sour. Pisco?
It's a pisco sour.
Is that fish? Pisco? Pez?
That's pescado.
All right, good. I don't want to. Oh no, I do want a fish
sour
drink.
fish.
I want a sour fish.
You are going to really look forward to this drink and then be really upset when you see them make it. So you guys get Reynolds to drive you to the Hotel Mori. It's a really cool place. If you guys can Google it, I don't know if you can. I might be able to pull some pictures in. This place was built long ass time ago, and it's got really cool dark wood paneling and these pictures behind the wall of like people dancing and things, but like the paintings behind the wall are so old, they're like faded, and they've been painted directly on the wall. And the rest of the bar is just like really dark wood, and it's obviously like, you know, turn of the century, maybe 200 years ago. It's old. And there's a man behind the counter. He's very friendly looking. He's got a white button down, and he's wearing an apron, and he's polishing a glass as the bartender does as you guys walk in. The bar is front and foremost to the hotel. And then like you can go off to the side of the bar to the rest of the hotel and, you know, check in and do all of that stuff. But the bar is, you know, open to the street out front. So the bartender's like, "Hello, welcome to Lima. Have you been here before?"
No.
That's excellent. It's excellent. Why don't you pull up seats here at the bar? It's welcome to the Hotel Mori. This is the bar, Mori. And back when the Pisco Sour was originated, this was called it was named after Morris. So Morris's bar was where it was originated, but like the Hotel Mori, you know, ended up taking this place over. So we make
If
the
you could see me Googling.
if you would like, I can make you the original Peruvian pisco sour. It is a little sour. It's got the sour citrus juice in there. But we have anything on tap and anything else that I could get you guys. We have wines too.
I mean, we need. Sorry, I'm losing my accent. Too many accents going on. I'm just in my head. Too many Paddingtons. Okay. So we definitely need 3 of those piscos. And then we need a room for 2 nights, a couple of nights.
Sure. I mean, the hotel will take care of you there, but I'll definitely get you drinks together. I can put in a word over there too.
This is a beautiful place.
1 room. That's audacious.
He means one
Yeah,
room each, but also I wasn't
One
going
room
to
each?
bug the bartender with that. He's working on our drinks.
Yeah, so this is freshly squeezed lime juice, a little bit of simple syrup, ice, egg white, and Angostura bitters. So, Angostura bitters.
Angostura.
Yeah. Ooh, that does sound good.
That does sound really good.
But where's the fish?
Yeah, you're very surprised to find that it does. It's
That
when it's
pisco is not fish?
yeah, that it's not fish. It's
Man.
given to you in a little glass, and like the top is frothy. There's a little bit of like citrus um, seasons that's put on the top.
Do you just shoot these? Just pound them back?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't suggest that. No, sir. No.
All right, it's a sipper
It's
then.
sipping. Yes, you take your time and enjoy. Are you three here for business or pleasure?
We're here to see the museum.
Depends on these drinks, I guess.
Ah, the museums. There's lots of museums here in Lima. This is a good place for that. Uh, my favorite is the Gold Museum, the Museum of Gold and Arms. It's a fantastic place. It's got place. It's arms and armament from all over the world. They have a lot of things there.
Made out of gold.
They got
No,
elbows.
no, no. Just they've got elbows. Yes. No, they have things from Japan, like the old samurai would wear, or armor from medieval Europe. It's all on display there, and they've got old Aztec gold as well. It's a fantastic museum.
Well, it's quite a drink. What do you guys think?
I think I would like it because it sounds like a gin fizz.
I'm glad you guys like it. What? What was that?
It's just I thought that I thought that it needs a little bit of fish.
We can have the restaurant make you fish, sir, if you would like.
It's like an anchovy to dip in it.
He's fine.
Oh,
Don't
are
mind,
you sure? We have excellent fish.
don't mind him. He's weird.
If I also may suggest the Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology, but there was just a break-in there like a couple days ago. So the Inca room, I think, is closed. That was on the news.
Well, that's quite interesting. You know anybody at that museum?
I do not, but you know what? The curator from the museum comes in here a lot. I'm trying to remember he has a big beard, but I can't remember his name.
If you could arrange an introduction, I'd be very grateful if you happen to see him come in. We're gonna get rooms here, so we'll be here.
You know what? You guys are getting rooms here. You like the pisco sours. I think we'll have more conversations, right?
Of course.
I might be able to get the curator because just between us, he has some extramarital affairs here at the hotel sometimes. I've seen him here at the bar with different young women. So, if you... Yes, maybe I will try to get a hold of him.
Interesting.
Thanks for looking out for us, man.
Yes, enjoy your time in Lima.
Now I guess we'll go to the hotel and arrange those rooms.
It's one of the oldest hotels in Lima. It's pretty pricey to stay here. Let me double check.
We're multimillionaires, remember?
What to say?
I pay with gold bars.
Oh, they'll love that here.
I did just want to double check. Oh, now I'm gonna get like a bunch of emails about Lima hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Planning a trip.
We didn't even go search the site, and I'm relatively certain that the robot is listening in and will start sending AdSense stuff my way.
It
Well,
is
I
actually
Googled.
that is insane. It's only $52 a night. It is cheaper to stay in this hotel
Then a Ramada Inn.
than like the in here in my town, USA. Jesus, that's insane.
Have you seen the exterior of the hotel? It looks like a office.
Yeah, but did you see the bar?
Well, the drinks are $100 a pop.
True.
Anyway, the
That sounds like a
Yeah.
very depressed ghost right now.
Anyways.
I want to go to Lima. I'll never
Where
go to
did they
Lima.
stay when they were filming Emperor's New Groove?
So yeah, you guys can get a couple different hotel rooms here at the hotel, and it's a couple nights stay, no problem. And then what's next? What do you guys want to do?
Well, you guys can go with it whatever way you want to go. I'll tag along, but I suspect we have to go to that museum, talk to the curator about the break-in. I think that's why we're here, right? We got to find that amulet. So if someone's gonna have taken that, we got to look at the scene of the crime, right?
Yeah.
And do some tracking. I can do some
I
tracking.
mean, I'm guessing that's what we got to do, unless I'm missing something obvious that you guys got.
Just sightsee and hope we see a Kevin clone.
I mean, we could continue following the plot of this bear movie.
I would like to see where they filmed Paddington Goes to Peru.
That's more in the jungles. That's not in Lima.
What?
Sorry, in the
With
jungles.
Amazon?
Yeah, the Peruvian Amazon. Downtown Lima is a map we got in front of us.
I'm gonna have to change the maps to to follow this bear.
Can we at least see where they filmed Emperor's New Groove?
That might be better. I think Lima's pretty high in elevation.
Or the road to El Dorado?
Where do you think they filmed those?
I don't know.
I think that was back in Florida, actually. Had a bunch of guys in the basement just cranking them out. Draw more, please.
I grew up in a swamp. What do you want from me?
There's this magical place called Isney Miney World. I don't know. What are we gonna call it? Fairyland World.
Mouseland.
I was gonna say Mouseland too. Oh, look at that.
Yes, Mouseland. Anyway, that's the ADHD kicking off again. It was nighttime when you guys landed and were attacked. So why don't we stay the night in the hotel tonight, and then set off bright and early and bushy-eyed to the museum when it opens.
Okay.
So that night, you guys have dreams of restless wings. It's been like this every night since you guys landed in Long Island. And you don't really get why. You feel like you're more connected to that creature that you saw rip into the plane earlier. You feel like you've got this link to things exactly like that. And it's weird, multi-webbed wings rustle in your dreams. The next morning, you guys can get your continental breakfast at the restaurant and head off to the National Museum of the Archaeology, Anthropology, and History of Peru in Lima. I posted in the Discord earlier a virtual tour of this place. It's pretty cool. And that virtual tour starts with the big yellow doors, or the big yellow wall out front. And then you go in and you see like this courtyard inside. But note that out front, usually there's a guard standing here. He's got he's with the police here in Lima, Peru. He's got a bulletproof vest on. And he's not like checking tickets or anything. He's just standing out front making sure crazy shit doesn't happen.
You know, like someone stealing an artifact
Yeah,
out of
like
one of the vaults.
someone breaking in. Yeah. So, turns out that they are open to the public today, but that Inca room is closed. And they've got like signs and stuff posted out in both Spanish and English as you guys approach.
Didn't Silas say when he gave us this information that he had a friend here?
I thought it was Marge that gave you this video.
Maybe it was
He did.
Marge. Maybe it was Marge. I thought we had a point of contact here.
You can try to make one. So we got the front wall, then inside we got this courtyard. And then if we look at this courtyard photo here on the table and then take the right arrow from this, we go, and here's the location plan. We go from the courtyard into this like centralized line of rooms. And this second room here, marked on the location plan, is the Inca room. So you guys can like tour around the museum a little bit and see other areas. There's fantastic art all along the walls and artifacts galore. And for someone like Stella, who's trying to learn a little bit of antiquities, this is a cool place to learn. But the front of the Inca room is this room right here. It's got a red wall. You can see it from the courtyard. So as you walk into the courtyard, you look to the right, and the wall is red, and it's got various museum pieces. This one next to the Inca room shows a picture of the Peruvian Amazon, and it tells a little historical blurb about the people in the region. But the only way into the Inca room for most people, quote unquote, in this museum is through this room here, or through this door here in the courtyard. You can, I'm gonna bring it up on this location plan, and then I gotta erase my silly drawing. But there's no other, see, there's only one door, no other doorway here. But one way in, one way out. Inside the Inca room, well, you guys can't see in there yet. There's like police tape along this front door. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, Kizik probably wants to be a poop ninja again.
Poop ninja.
I need to poop on the roof, and I'm just gonna pop in. They said there's a. Can I scope out some of the security cameras? Just kind of walking around, trying to look and see where they are. See if I could. Because if you run it back deep enough, eventually you'll see somebody else is scoping out the cameras, trying to figure out what the best way into there. So I'm gonna see if I can find some cameras, and then I'm gonna ask my computer savvy friends if they're gonna just ask for those cameras or hack them themselves.
Okay, so your spot hidden's crazy high, so I'm not even going to ask for a roll unless you want to roll it. Go ahead and roll it. Fuck it. You might fail with 100. I hope you get 100.
I got an 8.
Good job. I'm so happy for you.
I was about to say that couldn't sound any more better if you tried.
So you clock one camera in most every room. It's going to be up in the corner, high up, like way above anybody's real range of vision, and set back in a deep, dark corner somewhere. They look to be pretty new cameras. This museum does pretty well for itself, with over 1 million visitors every year. So yeah, they can afford pretty good cameras. Oh, sorry, that's more than 1 million on just the virtual tour. They get a lot more foot traffic. Yeah. So yes, you do clock cameras. Any other questions?
Why are we checking the cameras? We already know who did it. We got the camera footage sent from Marge. That's how we saw the thing.
I think we're clocking the cameras so we can do our own recon of the room.
I was hoping to find Kevin Clone trying to do his own recon later up, and now I know where I would sit if I was trying to case the place like he would.
He's thinking, yeah.
If we get the camera from like a week before the break-in, we can. I guess they also know who did it. I don't know.
I don't understand what information you're trying to get. We are here. Let's reevaluate our primary objective to try to find clues onto where he went after he stole it, not figure out who done it. We know who done it. We know how he did it. We saw the footage of the camera. What we need is to see if we can find out where he went afterwards, which means we need physical access to the room.
Or we let him cook. Damn.
Yeah.
I just didn't see how it's relevant, and I was wondering where he was going with it. When I asked him, he was kind of like, well, I don't know. So now I'm like, are we remembering our objective?
Yeah, I was hoping he'd be carrying some kind of thing that I could identify and give him like a whereabouts of where he's been eating or hanging out or where he's been sleeping.
He's got a Bojangles
He got
bag.
sloppy.
Okay.
Peruvian Bojangles.
Yeah.
We know where the best piso drink is.
Pisco sour. All right. Well, I mean, you clock the cameras. It's a pretty good idea. You can definitely look into old footage if you could get a hold of old footage. Right now, you guys are in the museum as patrons of the museum, and you have as much access to the museum as anybody except to that Inca room. Now, there's lots of creative distractions that could happen. Maybe a couple of you could get in while the other person distracts people out in the courtyard. But I'm just trying to throw out an idea.
Is there any value in one of us accessing the virtual tour of the Inca room on our phones? Is there anything to be learned that way?
Sure, give me a computer use roll.
That's a success.
Hey, that's pretty good. I'm going to throw this tile in here, and hopefully I can load it in pretty quickly. I can. Here you go. This is what you can pull up on the virtual tour that anybody... That kitty in the middle, that pedestal that kitty is sitting on, and the glass box surrounding it, is the box that was broken on the video that Marge sent you. You can see in this photo, there's kind of a skylight up there in the top. And then this pedestal with the kitty in it had this amulet at the kitty's feet. It's kind of right there underneath the eye icon. And on the virtual tour, when you click on the eye, it of course goes to the kitty statue. It says nothing about the amulet. There's no way to see what the amulet placard says from the virtual tour. It's all very frustrating. But from this view from the virtual tour, you'll be able to see the skylight that was used and everything else in the room that was there when Kevin, ingressed and egressed. Well, ingressed. The amulet was missing when he egressed.
And the video we have did not include his egress.
The video, yeah, it would have. So it showed him like taking his mask off and looking at the amulet and light, and then he would have gotten back on the rappel rope and gotten back out the way he came through the skylight in the top.
If I'm standing here looking at the box of the cat and the amulet, where is the camera in relation to me?
You haven't been inside this room in the game reality yet. The camera from Kevin's footage was in this back corner, so kind of in the same view angle as this shot that we're looking at with the cat and everything. So the door that you guys would come through to get into this room is that open door in the back.
Okay.
And then there's up against the wall closest to the camera is this massive model of this stepped village. It's all made out of, modelers materials and stuff. And it's like this multi-tiered massive thing. It's really cool looking. I can see if I can get a shot of that, but I don't know if you have the virtual tour up. It's cool.
I do, and I see what you're talking about. So if I'm standing in the position that this picture is from, the camera's right behind me.
Yes. Over your shoulder to the left in that back left corner.
Gotcha.
You can see it on the virtual tour. If you look up in that back corner, it should be there.
Yes, I do. Okay.
May I try something?
Sure can.
I was wanting to make sure Allie was done with what she was doing first.
I'm sorry.
No, I am. I've got myself oriented. I'm ready to go.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and spend 10 luck to have made fake set of credentials that identify me as the insurance adjuster for the room, and I'd like to grab the nearest museum employee and identify myself as the investigator from the insurance company, and I need to see the room.
Oh, no habla inglés. And she says that she's going to get the museum curator for you.
Okay.
She comes back with a man with a huge beard. He introduces himself in very accented English as the curator of the museum, Manuel Corcoba. And he shakes your hand and tries to crush it.
Okay.
Oh.
I am not going to show any signs of, I'm not going to wince or anything, but I'm not going to also try to, handshake him.
You need to see inside the room because of the missing artifact?
Only if you want to get paid for it.
Yes, that is, okay. We will go, so this door that's open here is not the only door to the room. In the virtual tour, there's a black door. Allie, I don't know if you can see it, but it's barred, and it's off limits to anybody else. But you guys being with the museum curator, you can guys bypass the tape that's out front and go through the back way. So you guys are going to come in through the door and then actually see from this perspective the glass case with the cat in it. Now, of course, the glass case is broken at this point, so I actually have a token with the broken glass case as a crime scene. And ta-da! Let me flip it around for you. Look at my Photoshop skills.
Behold!
Behold! the cutout in the skylight and the broken glass around the cat. Behold my skills.
Excellent. Let's look for clues.
Yes, spot hiddens.
That is a normal success for me.
Mine's a normal success as well.
Mine's a hard success.
Alright, so the glass of the skylight was circularly cut. It is a large disc that is missing out of the glass. It looks like it's been cut with a proper spy tool. The ropes that were rappelled down on were probably like mountain climbers gear, most likely locally sourced. This is a mountain town. There's probably climbers all over the place and stores that are catering to such. There aren't any like extra footprints or anything like that on the floor from that night. But the glass in front of this case is kind of... let me get it up front. It has been shattered in the front and the top. And like there's a weird way that this has been all blasted in. Because like the back side of it is still there. And it's just a jagged shape. You guys remember seeing on the video that Marge sent you... when Kevin came down on the rope, he walked over to the case, and then he like did this weird hand gesture, and the case exploded. So that's what you guys are seeing here now in person. The glass is just like it's this is like really thick glass. It shouldn't shatter like this. It's all over the place like this. So there's a little bit in front, a small portion of it that looks like it had been melted together.
And the glass broke out. Like it exploded outwards.
Yeah, it ended up like shattering all over the place. Like it,
Okay.
like the impact, brought it down on both sides, inside and out. Yeah, there's glass in the pedestal next to the cat. The little plaque, now that you're here, next to the cat, where the cat's feet are, there's a little plaque, and it would have said in Spanish at the top and then English at the bottom, "This is the amulet of the sun, believed Incan circa 516, found in temple 1956, Marcos." Not a lot of information there.
Mhm.
The curator's looking at you. He's like, "This is where the amulet was," and he's like gesturing with his hand. And who got the lowest spot hidden?
Mine was a 52.
44.
I don't remember what mine was.
All right. Well, his arm, like his sleeve to his jacket, kind of comes up, and you notice on his arm he's got this weird kind of like an infinity logo tattoo on his
Nice.
wrist. Here, I'll show it to you. You can probably see it just for a second.
I'm snapping pictures and video of the whole thing as someone would. Can I pan the camera around and get a quick picture or video snippet of it?
Yeah, I think your luck's high enough. Well, you burned some. I'll roll luck.
Sure. I did burn quite a bit of luck to get us to the room. So, while I'm doing... Whoops. Uh-oh. Man, there's a lot of lag on this thing today. 38 is an absolute pass. Does it need to be... Oh, that actually doesn't help me. Anyway, it's a pass. I'm also looking around for, anything that might... Obviously, I'm looking for clues for where he went or other valuable information.
Yeah, you're trying to piece this together, and it looks like it was a clean from the top in. He came down, broke it, grabbed it, smash and grab, and went back out. You think, he obviously knew exactly where it was. He didn't come for anything else. And the glass that he broke in front has a weird melted pattern in the where he smashed it. So he smashed it with something other than some sort of tool.
I was really looking for something he'd left behind physically. Dirt from his shoe, any sort of item, if he slid down the rope and had any type of plant material on him, something I could use to geolocate where he physically was.
Yeah, it's like a ghost. There's nothing there. The curator seems like he's getting irritated, and he's kind of speaking to himself in Spanish, and then he turns to you and he's like, "How much more time do you need? This should be pretty cut and dry. No, it's worth 1.5 million dollars."
Who determines when it's cut and dry? You can fuck right off. It takes hours to do one of these investigations. It's got to be very thorough, and it's not a quick thing.
And a psychology roll.
Psychology? Okay. I gotta find my character sheet again. Hold on. Yeah, we've got better than 50-50 odds. Not much better. Alright, I'm gonna have to burn some luck. I need 5 points of luck to make that work. See, getting it all down. That's pass.
The longer you guys are looking into this, the more he's getting nervous and sweaty. It's starting to make you think
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
Mom's spaghetti. It's Kevin might have had an inside man here. In all seriousness, what else would explain his just ease of access here?
Hey, Stella.
Hey.
You think Jasper could ask the curator to be helpful?
You know what? He could try.
What is this? What do you mean, Jasper?
Oh, you haven't met Jasper, the little gator on my shoulder?
Oh, is that what that was? I thought it was a skin rash.
Okay, listen. The less you talk, the more likely you are to live. So...
I was being polite and did not mention it.
Actually, Stella, what we want him to do is talk.
Okay, well. Look at the skin rash.
It's alive. It is looking at me.
Yes. You see those sharp, pointy teeth?
Yes, they're sharp.
Yeah, they are sharp. Look at the teeth, not his eyes. That won't do anything for you.
What did you got an 86 there?
Yeah, my hypnosis is 53.
So that's a fail for that hypnosis.
Yeah.
We do not allow pets in the museum, ma'am.
This is a service animal?
Then it needs a vest.
I'm pretty
Jasper
sure
totally
he's wearing a
needs
full
a vest.
suit.
Yeah, he needs a little hat too. Remember when we got a hat?
He's got a hat, little sunglasses, a coat and tie.
Shit, he's probably got better credentials than we do.
He flashes an FBI badge.
He's a sharp-dressed gator.
All right, Gavin, it's your
Oh,
turn.
sorry.
I'm all turned out.
Gavin, not the talking guy. Gavin wants to look at the roof. He's gonna try to get this guy even more nervous and say, we gotta investigate the roof and make sure. Because it's looking like there might be. This looks like somebody told him exactly where this was. This might be a inside job. And then he kind of pushes past him and starts to go up to the roof.
He follows you. Well, I can. What do you mean an inside job? What do you think? What makes you think that is an inside job? That can't be done. It's not an inside job. I know all my employees. It cannot be. I am. Everybody here has been here a very long time, and he goes into like this long explanation about how it couldn't be anybody here at the museum, as he shows you where the roof access is, which is like a ladder that goes up through a hole in the roof, and you can get out onto the roof. And while you're up there, you can basically break down Kevin's path as he scaled up a fire escape up the side of a nearby building, then jumped across, and then made his way over to the skylight. He cut the center out, and the glass is actually still up there, where he cut it out with a very, very sharp glass cutter tool, and he just set this piece aside. He's left fingerprints on it. You can see the fingerprint smudges. Give me a spot hidden while you're up here.
Also, if the guy's like, I want him to follow me, and I'm going to explain all of these things to him, going, hey, so this guy, like, there's finding this here, watching this guy jump over, like, this is extremely unlikely to be it's the first time. It's like somebody either scoped you out like real good, or somebody is having some extramarital affairs, and somebody figured that out and put a little pressure on somebody, and they told him how to get inside this real quick. I rolled a 48, which is a hard success spot hidden.
All right, so here next to the window, it looks like someone had been padded up for a little while. There looks like the rocks, maybe next to this like glass window, have been, bedded down in, laid down in, or sat in for a long time. Somebody has like picked rocks up with one hand and like idly like counted them out or something like that, and spent time here. You don't see like fingernails or cigarette butts or anything like that, but somebody has like played with the area around this glass, waiting for a long period of time. This man has also gotten very sweaty, and when you mention extramarital affairs, he goes pale and all of the blood rushes out of his face. And he puts both of his arms behind his back a little bit, and he's like, I do not like heights, sir. I wish to go back down. If you find any more, you can let the other investigators know, I guess.
Yeah. You could let's go talk to them. Got a couple more things. Ooh, that's interesting. And then I look at him and I kind of send him daggers and I go, huh. And I look back down and I keep looking at the rocks, trying to go like somebody laid here for a while, right?
The curator comes back down, and he comes back into the Inca room, sweating fucking bullets, pale as a ghost. And he walks up to Stella, and he says, you are all three with the insurance company?
Huh?
Are you all three of you? You said you're insurance investigations.
Yeah.
Did you appraise the artifact yet?
Still working on it.
I have expert opinion that says it's 114 million. I'm sure you have that written down.
We have to determine whether or not you're liable or your policy has been properly accounted for. If something you've done, or if there is a insider component of this, then it wouldn't matter how much it's worth because you wouldn't get paid out. You wouldn't happen to know of anyone here who could have any leverage put against them because the signs are currently pointing to an inside job.
Leverage? Like, what do you mean leverage?
Oh, financial issues, social relationship issues, things that they wouldn't necessarily want the public to know, drinking problems, things of that nature, extramarital affairs.
It's a nasty look on his face, like he just swallowed a ripe pisco sour.
It would be better if you could tell me than if I had to ask around town.
I trust all of my employees explicitly. I actually never caught your name, Mr.
Graham.
Mr. Graham. My employees love their job very much. They are careered archaeologists and historians. I don't think anybody here at the museum should be suspect.
Well, that's not really your determination to make, but I'll take your opinion under advisement.
Give me a psychology roll.
I mean, if this is to tell me that he's lying or nervous, I already know that. But I did fail that roll, and by a big enough margin, you're not getting any more luck points out of it.
I just want you to burn the luck.
I know you do, but I also, last time you were like, oh, he's nervous, and I'm like, okay.
You got a lot on camera. This is going to continue on until you guys would wrap up your investigation. Mr. Curator here would get nervous enough that he would leave the room eventually. If you guys spent 30 to 45 minutes here, he's like, bouncing from foot to foot. I have to go tend to other matters. So when you are finished here, close up behind you.
We're going to tell him we have to send another team after we... Well, assuming we see him after we leave, because it sounds like he's going to leave. I'm going to suggest to the other guys and be like, we should follow him. See what he does.
Send that text up to the roof, and I will sneak after him.
Yes, Poop Ninja. Poop Ninja, deploy. Follow him.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dan it.
Do 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 do
Poop, poop, poop.
do do do.
That's right. Do. Indeed.
All right. Well, this is how this is gonna go then. We're gonna make this.
Montage.
This is gonna be a chase scene, I think. This is how this is gonna go down. We're gonna have a
Chase
old
scene.
Cthulhu chase scene here. I'm gonna take this big image off the page, or shrink it down anyway. We're gonna get back to the streets outside of this museum, which I thought that I had this travel map I can blow up. A bow. All right. Oh, lag. Okay. So, do you want to start this off, Mr. Gavin, as a sneaky hunt, or do you want to make this just an all-out chase him down to find out where he's headed?
No, I want to track after him and be super sneaky.
All right, let's try to straighten up this travel map.
While you do that, I'll be right back.
Yep. I can just tell it to be zeros. Cool. Sorry, I'm trying to find a person, a little token guy that we can use here. This
With
guy
a large
looks great.
beard.
Yeah, I don't know how faithful I can be to a large beard, but let's try this guy. See if he loads in for everybody. Oh, I dropped him through the table. Yeah. You see that guy? Oh my, I made him too big. Can you see him, Kizik?
I can. He's got a beautiful hat.
All right, so leaving the back door of the museum as the curator, you have you given me a stealth check yet?
I know I generated a Peruvian man with a beard.
Oh, give him to me. I'll use him instead.
Oh, he's wild.
Is this handsome devil in the chat?
That's Manuel Corcoba, a Peruvian man with a large beard.
Uh-huh.
He's very sweaty and is nervous about cheating on his wife.
Okay. I didn't get either of those aspects from this, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it brought out the subtle subtext of his emotional state right now.
It's hard for the AI to figure out what
But,
infidelity looks like. Oh my god.
Looks like he wouldn't hurt a fly.
He looks like he would play flute.
Absolutely. Or an ocarina.
Of time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got an earring necklace. That necklace goes to his ear.
Nice.
Oh man. All right.
70. I passed my stealth check.
That's great. So he's in a rush and he doesn't seem to really notice you at all as he walks across the block and down into like a lower portion of like the city's kind of like it's pretty elevated in areas, so like it steps down in a spot and he doesn't try to lose you, but he walks around a corner, so you're gonna have to speed up to catch up with him. But your stealthiness, you know, you're covered. But as you like come up to that corner, you see him standing there hailing a taxi, and like this white battered taxi cab pulls up next to him, and he gets in. What do you want to do?
I mean, I put my hand out and get into the next cab and say, follow that taxi.
Do you want to say anything to your friends?
Yeah, 1,000%. I'm going to say we've left the museum. He's getting in a taxi. I'm following him. And then I take a picture of the taxi cab he's getting into.
I'm gonna ask Gavin to enable the thing on his phone that lets me track his location.
Oh, shit. It's in Spanish. I hit like 5 or 6 buttons. No, but we're texting, so it just has a link underneath of it that says share my location.
Also, it's your phone. It wouldn't be in Spanish.
You don't know.
He'd find a way.
He's like really into the culture, so like he changed his phone to the language.
He doesn't know you don't have to do that.
Yeah, that's what he thinks he's doing it right.
What a shitty world we would live in if your phone like went to that region and just region locked to that language. They're like, nope,
God.
you gotta figure that shit out.
Yep, it probably would in France. They hate us so much. I'm going to go like run to the car with Stella and Reynolds and say, "Hey, Reynolds, track this this car. Let's follow this thing."
Oh yes, sir. We're following a taxi. Yes. Okay. There are tons of taxis in the city.
That's why I've got the phone. Like I'm showing him the thing to track on the phone.
Oh, yes.
Reynolds,
Okay.
it's car chase time.
Oh, yes. Get in. Emmanuel's cousin is badass. He wraps you like into the car. He's like seatbelts, and then he revs the engine and guns it down the road, looking over at the phone. And he's like, "Yes, that's street." And he like pulls, a 90-degree turn, whipping it through and like, some side street trying to catch up.
I feel like he said seatbelts, and Gavin went to scoff and be like, "No," and then like he hit the accelerator. It's like, "Oh fuck, seatbelts!"
Yeah.
He's been
A lot
training his
more.
whole life for this. Graham
Right.
goes, how did you know, Stella?
There's a lot more horsepower in this car than like what should be in this car. All right, so in hot pursuit, these taxi cabs, this unknowing taxi cab in the front, is headed, towards the ocean side of Lima. And Gavin, you're just in this white taxi, kind of like following him right now.
Well, I do like to be beside the seaside.
Gavin's got his phone on. He's sharing his location, and he's got a text open saying, "I'm still right behind him, guys."
So we're following Gavin, who's following Emmanuel.
Yes,
Yes.
This is a very well thought out plan.
So this is a 3-car parade. Got it.
Yar.
Yes. So I've put a name on him. His name is Corcoba. He's the curator. So Gavin is following Corcoba. And they're both in taxi cabs, white taxi cabs. Corcoba is in a beat up taxi cab. I wonder if I have an icon for a beat up white taxi cab.
I'm sure that you have a model for one somewhere.
Corcoba is the icon.
There we go. There's a car. It doesn't matter.
It sure is.
Oh, you got another one. Good pull. Okay, so we got some white cars. All right, through the back streets of Lima, Peru, these cars start, just dipping in and out. There's traffic up ahead, so the cabbie in the front, he takes a sharp right turn. And then a couple blocks later, there's a stoplight. And Gavin, you're only 3 or 4 car lengths back when all of a sudden Corcova, turns around and looks.
Dun dun dun.
Why?
Dun dun dun. Just because I need drama, and it's fun. All right, so the taxi cab in the front takes off as Corcova, he turns around and hits the back of the cabbie on the back of the head. And he's like, go, 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 go. Just run the light. And he fucking drives and runs the light. And I actually need him to roll a vehicle
I don't like the way
check.
he's bullying this cab driver.
He's gonna get T-boned, and we're never gonna find out what any of this is.
He makes it across the busy intersection. Gavin, what do you want to do?
Go, cross that light, man.
No way. You think I'm crazy?
I then reach into my wallet and throw some money up on the front board.
Turns out I'm crazy, says the cabbie, and he fucking pulls out into traffic. And let's see if Mr. Cabbie
Just
makes
crazy enough.
And then Gavin
I get
gets
T-boned.
T-boned, and we still don't find it.
The cabbie slips in between 2 cars, Frogger style, as he leaps across the intersection. I don't think I need this anymore. I'm just going to delete it. So the 2 cars just whip through this intersection. Hot on the trail, Gavin. Corcova knows that you are pursuing him. And the cars speed through Lima. North now, and then all of a sudden west as they get on the main road. The cabbie in the front starts to pick up speed. You in your cabbie, Gavin, you slide around a corner and whip the back end of the car out as you get back onto the main highway here, and you guys can really rip up in the speed. We're gonna go back to Stella and Graham and Emmanuel. Oh my god, all these NPCs are driving, and you guys have no problems here, as it's all just NPC drivers. Oh no. Alright, Emmanuel runs over a cabbage stand.
Reynolds.
Oh, sorry, it's Reynolds.
Yeah, get him right.
Emmanuel's
You're
cousin.
NPCs. Come on, dude.
Thanks for helping me.
You
Reynolds, the driver of your car. Emmanuel's cousin.
get T-boned, and only you die, you asshole.
Sorry. There's manual and Emmanuel.
That's right. Manuel Corcova, right?
Okay. And then Emmanuel
Yes.
is
it's
the guy
man.
fixing the plane.
Correct. Curator.
I'm not criticizing your NPC creation. Just a
This
request in the
Lima.
future. If we could just maybe
You're right. You're right.
maybe more than a syllable difference next time.
Yeah, that's why I started calling this guy Corcova.
It's totally,
Okay,
it's
okay.
totally just the GM's fault. It's not like the players made a Gavin and a Graham in the same campaign.
Yeah. I have criticized that mentally so many times, and was waiting for this to be over to address it with you both. But I'm glad you said something.
So we'll address it now.
If you do that again, so help me God.
My backup character is Stello.
Stella
That doesn't work because
Boudreaux.
my backup character's Gravin.
Raven, oh my god. This would make it impossible to keep anybody apart.
Okay,
Okay.
so Corcova is the
Curator.
curator, and then Emmanuel's fixing the plane, but his cousin is Reynolds.
Reynolds is driving y'all's car.
Fabulous.
And
My cat.
and his cousin's name is Malcolm.
Malcolm.
My cabbie's name is Manny.
Oh God.
When he's not a cabbie, he's a Manny.
He's Zanny, the nanny.
He's just Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, that's awesome! That'd be a great cabbie.
That would be awesome.
I could see that. Hold on! In the middle of like a
We
power
would
slide.
Have to bring him back. Like that's a permanent character.
Yeah,
from now on.
that's a crew member at that point.
Yeah. Stella can die. That person has to stay.
So, Gavin, you're being very entertained as you're sliding through power slides. Yeah, all of these zany one-liners are coming from the front of the cab.
Turns out I am crazy.
Hold on, dearie.
All right, so this chase ends up going through another dangerous intersection, and I'm just going to roll this front cabbies. Oh, sorry, we need to also roll up with the third car. Weird. All right, front cabbie gets T-boned. Bad roll in the 90s. All right, Gavin. Robin driving your car, Manny. He slams on the brakes at the intersection. He's like, "Oh no, oh no! They got hit. Oh, the humanity. Oh, damn shame. I'll stay right here."
I put another Hondo on the dashboard and I pop out of the car.
All right, you run over to the wreck, and the car got hit on the side opposite of Corcoba's seat. So Corcoba is stunned in the back seat, opposite of like where the damage is. It looks like his seatbelt was on, luckily, and he's like kind of dazed right now.
Can I open the other door and take him back to Manny's cab?
Are you gonna snatch him up?
Yeah.
By this point, we would have probably pulled up, right? Like we weren't.
Yeah,
that far
let's say
behind.
you guys pull up.
I'm just saying.
And then I put him in the other car that is not Manny's cab.
Let's go back to the docks and have a conversation with this guy.
Oh, Manny got sucked in too.
Manny's here.
Yeah, duh. Manny is here for the long haul.
Manny like spins it around and the trunk opens.
Throw him in.
Are we going to break his knees, dear?
Oh, love her. Him.
So, yeah. Do you guys head back to the plane?
That's where I've got my tools.
Surely, Reynolds' cousin has found us a warehouse to work from.
With a chair and a car battery.
Yeah, and the plane nearby. Because we're not
Okay.
stupid.
So you guys pull back out into traffic with your booty in tow. The sound of police sirens, they sound a little different in Lima. They, they're peaking as you guys pull away. And it seems like you guys get away clean. And you guys drive the rest of the way through Lima and pull back into the warehouse with where Emmanuel is fixing the plane. Reynolds gets out. He's starts shouting, and Emmanuel turns around. He goes, "Oh, again." Okay, let's over here, and you guys end up in a warehouse that smells very much of petrol and blood. There's a old barber's chair that it's got really good arm rests, and they strap him to it with zip ties. And Emmanuel And Reynolds look at you guys shamefully, and they close the door behind them as they leave you in the interrogation room
Now, I
with
could do with a little
Corcova.
less judgment from them.
They didn't give you any side eye.
I'm picking up the vibe.
Okay, so what's this guy's name again?
Corcova.
Corcova. So is he awake?
Yeah. Let's say dramatically, he can come to right now.
I
Excellent.
could wake him up.
Dramatically wake up so we can
Oh, you
confirm
wanna-
his last name.
Yeah, you want to dramatically wake him up?
Ow! A little guitar wake up. That's the whole point of having this guitar, eh?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That does
you're
wake
working on
people up.
that. I'm hooking the jumper cables to the battery and making them arc.
I'm trying to confirm the spelling of his last name to enter him into our records. Because neither of you care about proper bookkeeping.
Corcoba.
So she's got to get it right on the tombstone.
Right. He died doing the dumb thing.
Also, do you have any idea what this is gonna feel like on your testicles?
No, please. I just shaved them.
Well, that'll save us from burning hair smell.
Gavin is trying to translate that into Spanish. Testículos.
While he's playing the guitar, he's making a song out of it.
Speaking of burning hair spell, what do you know about?
So he comes to. You wake him up with the guitar.
Meow.
Is you the insurance investigators?
I have bad news for you.
You're not insurance investigators.
Yeah, it's bad news,
No.
isn't it?
Your policy's expired.
Ooh, tough line. I like that. You get inspiration. Why am I here?
Well, you were running somewhere. Where were you going?
Who are you?
We'll ask the questions.
Well, he'll sing them. We'll ask. I nod towards Gavin, who I imagine is in mid-rock song.
He's got his big knife out and he's playing with his knife like it's a pick.
Jesus.
What?
Everything
It's fishing
okay?
line.
So basically what you're saying is he just cut the strings on his own guitar. Because
So
he put...
in his mind, he's like really rocking out. But
Yeah.
in the real world, it's just kill, kill, kill.
It's a high-pitched fucking squeal. No wonder he woke up from near death.
Pay no attention to him.
You people are crazy.
Yeah. But
Yeah, and?
that isn't going to make these jumper cables hurt your testicles any less.
Testicles!
So let's talk about where you were going, where this bitch Kevin is, who stole the amulet, who obviously blackmailed / paid you to let him into the room there.
You better hope it's blackmail, because if we found out you were willing to work with him. Bye-bye,
Testicles!
Do you know how much voltage it'll take to make these things pop?
I will never talk.
Okay, I go ahead and clamp the bitches on.
What kind of damage do you think that does?
I can't imagine it's pleasant. I mean, just if it wasn't electrified. I mean, we're talking about jumper cables. And I'm like,
Yeah, but the clamp alone.
yeah,
of the
like
jumper cable.
I'm just saying, I'm not even taking his pants off. I'm just sticking him in there and letting him go. I don't even, you just got to get in the vicinity, Like, that can't feel good.
Are the jumper cables connected to the car battery, or is that just
Yeah,
decoration?
I've been arcing it so he can see.
Why don't you give me a psychology roll?
Sure.
This is Delta Green, by the way, viewers and listeners. This is, sometimes you gotta do that.
Oh, I would like to confirm that I just rolled a 1. Right here.
Whose psychology is he rolling for? His or
I think
I think he went
the
to.
Wobbles?
I think he meant it in lieu of like a persuade or something.
Okay. I'm
I.
not gonna lie. Nobody seems real stable right now.
That's true.
Hey,
You guys want to give me sanity rolls?
Look, I didn't go the route of one of our former players and start pulling anyone's fingernails out. All right.
That's
I
true
appreciate
too.
that because I would hang up.
That would be bad. So, yeah, who? I don't think anybody really is okay with this kind of torture. Do you guys want to give me sanity rolls? Well, the psychology roll was really because in this torture situation, I think the only way to get legitimate information is on a like mind torture kind of level. You're only really going to get there through psychology.
I think that's BS unless you're hardened trained. A regular person, it's gonna work. A spy, someone who's had training, you're right. It's not gonna yield beneficial information. But if this guy's really just a curator of a museum,
yeah, unfortunately, he's probably not just a curator of museum. And through this shock torture, you're gonna probably realize that this man's had training.
okay. Well, that seems like a good effect of my 1 for a psychology roll. Is he's more than he appears to be.
Definitely. And you'll also notice, because he's squiggling and squirming and everything, the tattoo becomes like very visible for long periods of time.
I mean, if I realize that he's not like an average Joe, I'm going to drop the psychopath act. It is something of an act. It was meant to intimidate him into talking. But I am going to move immediately to, okay, well, let me go research what this is and send this to Marge. And I'll let him stew for a little bit under the machinations of air guitar, because the strings are no longer on the guitar. and whatever Stella decides to do to him.
What does Stella decide?
Well, since he's not responding well to the current course of action, I might send my little gator in to nibble on his toes.
More intimidation?
Yeah. Because I got some questions to ask.
All right. Let's see. Is there an intimidation? Just straight up? There is.
Yeah.
Or what do you want to use? He's been softened up. I don't know what you're gonna really get out of him. Unless
I
you've
was
got
kind of
some.
thinking animal handling, but
All we want to know is where the fuck he was going, because we know he was going to wherever Kevin is.
yeah.
The
I'd
safe
like to
house.
tell the truth.
It's a safe house. That's where I was going. It's a safe house. I'm not even supposed to know about it.
Then why do you know about it? Who
Because,
told you?
well, he says the program is loose and information leaks out.
The program?
Yeah, he leans his head sideways, looks at you. The program.
What
Look,
do you know about this program? Tell me everything.
size. Listen, I'm not here to give you any information.
No,
He says,
that's where you're wrong. That's exactly what you're here to do.
no, no. It's the program. You know, that's the same program that you're in, right? It's the same program that I'm in. It's the same program that he's in. He was in. I don't know. Looks down at his arm. I don't know. Okay? I know nothing.
Listen, you're being extremely unhelpful. And if you like the way you have 4 limbs and 10 fingers and 10 toes, if you're attached to that at all, you'll start talking. You'll start actually being helpful.
There's nothing that you can do to me that won't be paid back 10 times in full when I'm gone.
Paid back by who?
Yeah. I'm part of the Unbound.
The
And
what?
if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to be your teacher.
What do you think it is?
Ah. Listen, I was headed to a safe house. I'm not going to tell you where the safe house was. I'm not going to tell you any more about me or who I am. This is, yeah. We are at an impasse. And now above table. Unless you do something like extremely torturous. We already did the nuts to the table. Or nuts to the. Sorry. Battery to the nuts. I don't even want to think about it. And you realize that, like, this guy, he is a trained spy. He has military training. He's locked up tight. You could go in with a hypnosis, thinking outside the box, outside the norm. You could come up with some way to get him drunk and talking, or some sort of truth extraction. I don't know.
I'd like to confer with my teammates.
I mean, above table. I'm so tired of getting stonewalled on this case that I'm half tempted to be like, let's just go take the fucking medallion back to the warehouse and start the next case. Like, Um, I'm not sure what to do here. I believe we've tried all avenues.
Gavin will pop in. So we're still above table. He said something about a program. We know the program might mean vault-like things. We have a witch lady who might be able to find some kind of spells on a house, and we can kind of drive around the city aimlessly looking for a vault.
That's a pretty big stretch.
I also want to cut his tattoo off because that's what we did with the last tattoo. That was weird.
I don't think it's that kind of tattoo.
What does the tattoo look like to you guys?
It looks like somebody ran a Roman numeral 1 through the middle of a
Yeah.
infinity.
Oh, it's an Infinity K.
Which I did send that to Marge. I don't know if we got a response.
What'd you say, Kizik?
That's an Infinity K.
It is an Infinity K. It's a K both ways. Oh my goodness. It's almost like this guy's worshiping somebody's name K. All right.
It is a K both. That's funny.
Yeah. He said he was part of something called the Unbound. He also said something about the program. I'm sorry you're feeling stonewalled, but I was trying to drip clues that you could go and investigate further. Marge would get back to you, and she would say that this is something she hasn't actually seen before, but this is, it looks like a brand new tattoo, like fresh. So this guy would have gotten it very, very early on, or I'm sorry, like just recently. My bad. She would also say that Corcoba was part of the Peruvian military and came up like through the ranks very, very quickly, and then became like special forces, Peruvian special forces, and then like dropped out. So Corcoba is not really the curator of this museum, right? Like he's a plant. He's obviously in leagues with Kevin. So
Is this tattoo Kevin's cult?
You could assume that. He said, I think he said the Covenant of the Unbound.
The Unbound what?
Marge would also say that it's safe to assume that Kevin's probably still in Lima or around Lima somewhere. So maybe if you could get this guy to take you to him in some way, shape, or form.
Did he not give the address to that cabbie?
It's an idea too.
The one that just got mushed in the T-bone?
Is he? Oh, I didn't know if he was dead.
We don't know if he's dead.
But also, don't cabs have like a system where they enter in what address they were going to?
In Lima?
I don't know. Could roll a group luck roll. It's pretty high luck. I mean, I made you guys burn a little bit.
A little bit.
Some of you have burned more than others. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. There's just not a lot of information on new cults. Things that have been made in like the past year, 6 months, I probably don't have. But Lima, well, Peru in general is really a great place for cults to get started and flourish. lot of superstition, a lot of idealistic young people too. So I would suggest trying to hunt things down. If I could help out in any way, please let me know. Help you guys think things out. How's the plane? I know you guys probably didn't tell her, but she would ask anyway.
Oh, we got attacked by a giant bat servitor thing, and it ripped a hole in the plane. But we got a guy fixing it up down here.
Well, then it's safe to assume that Kevin is still in Lima somewhere. You get how I'm getting to that, right?
Because he's controlling it. But he got the day amulet, so how come his thing came out at nighttime?
That's a good question. Not quite sure, but we could try to figure that out.
Well, don't we have the night amulet in our possession? Or did you leave it at the
That's up to you guys.
We're
You
not-
tell me where it is.
You want to wear that amulet and Pokemon this bad boy?
It's an idea.
Servitor.
I'm just wondering if maybe it was drawn to the plane because we have it with us.
Above table, if that were the reason, the GM wouldn't have said, "You guys tell me where it is." He would have said it was absolutely on the plane.
Yeah, the amulet that you guys, I mean, like the amulet of the moon is wherever you guys have it. I entrust that you guys, I thought that you took it with you, right? I know that much.
That was what we said, yes.
Yeah. So if you guys have it on, that's cool.
No, none of us have it on.
If you have it in the plane somewhere, if you've stuffed it inside of a cup, that's cool too. Just tell me where it's at.
No.
It's in a box and it's in a secure place.
Yes.
Okay. In a secure place.
What if we try to hack the cab system of Lima
That's an idea.
to see
Like
if
that.
we could see where that cab was going?
Did we find
like
a
it.
safe house?
And by hack, you mean give the operator a $100 bill and say, "Tell us where it was going," right?
That would-
Either way works, really.
It could work.
How secure can the cab system be?
Yeah, it's not like that's, super secret information or anything. I'm sure that operator would be like, $100 American? Fuck yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to point out Kizik's whole idea of somebody wearing it and sending it after Kevin is fucking brilliant. And the Pokemon battle idea, I don't know why, but I hadn't thought of at all an outcome. I was like, no one's ever gonna wear this fucking amulet. Like, it's too fucking scary. They're not gonna put that on. But
Have you met Kizik?
Oh, yeah, I know, right? So you said somewhere safe, Kizik. Where is the amulet?
You could be like, "It is definitely going to eat your soul when you're done." And he'll be like, "I gotta think about it."
Right, I already have the guitar.
He almost used his soul scissors to cut some life away from Corcoba.
Oh, that would have... Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say shit. Alright, so... yeah, I'm sorry for drip feeding you information, but what would you like to do with it all?
It's not the drip feed. It's every single thing we've done. It's just been like, yeah, no.
Except for Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
stalling. You guys could find the warehouse that he was going to.
I mean, we did. I did take a picture of the cab.
And certainly that would include the cab number.
100%.
So I could use my computer use to try to see what the last entered in destination was.
Okay.
And then we don't have to go to the Lima Cab Center to ask that dispatcher.
It'll save you some money.
And time.
Time, yeah.
Hit me with the computer roll.
I would like to use 11 luck.
Burning down the left. And that makes it a success.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're hacking into the cab dispatch database to find the last destination for the wrecked cab. Burned your luck, got the score. It's going to tell you that it's a warehouse in Callao.
Sure.
And it's right next to the...
Oh, it's Spanish, so it's probably Kiao.
Okay, ow. Anyway, I'm going to mark it. Oh, it's right here. Ding, 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 ding. So anyway, there's a huge, there's a bunch of warehouses out there, but the cabbie dispatch database points out just to one. And so you guys have the address to a warehouse off of, I think it's Chola Street. Hold on. Anyway, I'll get you a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do with that information?
Are we here where Gavin is? Currently?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just run over there.
You want me to get the RPG?
Yeah. If you feel like it.
Oh, we're just gonna leave this guy stuck in a chair.
I don't know. I feel like it's not worth it to drag him with us.
I believe he was asking whether or not we should kill him.
Okay, I don't have an answer to that. But I'll do whatever the group decides.
I don't have an opinion. I will say if we leave him here alive, he'll most certainly escape, and we'll have a potential enemy at our back. If we kill
Can we knock him out?
If we kill him, and he turns out not to be a bad guy, then we'll have, killed a not bad guy. So I have no opinion.
He says he's part of the Unbound. He's not gonna stay dead. He's got a vending machine somewhere.
Yeah. Oh God. If we Tesla him, will he stay knocked out for a long time?
The effects vary.
You might have to make a terrible decision here. A final, terrible decision.
What's Emmanuel doing?
Oh, you want to go check on him?
just
He's
wondering, could we
finishing
like
up the plan.
give him $100 to guard this guy?
For how long, miss?
Until we come back.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll hold on to him. He's not gonna get out of the chair.
And if he tries, you can tase him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's got these jumper cables attached to his balls. I mean, work with that
What?
if you need to.
Oh, those are still attached. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Yeah. We'll guard him. Yeah.
It's the fact that he was unfazed by that made Graham think that maybe he was potentially more of a badass than we thought he was.
No, he seemed cool from the beginning. I knew we could trust him.
I think he meant Corcoba.
Oh,
Indeed. I mean,
okay.
even without power, clamped them bitches on, and he's like, "Nah, fuck you, I'm not telling you anything." That's a badass.
Elite. All right. So the plan is you guys are gonna jump into Emmanuel's car. No, Reynolds' car with Reynolds, and he's gonna take you down to the warehouse. Right?
Right.
I'm bringing my real firearm.
Then I'm
Just-
bringing my real alligator.
It's a good idea.
Thank you.
RPG, yes or no? Before.
RPG.
We said yes.
RPG, yes. I am.
Yeah.
I
Got
am,
it.
I am in full-blown fuck around and find out mode.
I'm gonna put I got another can of hairspray and a backup can of hairspray. I'm just gonna put those in my pockets just in case.
So you guys pull up into the parking lot of this warehouse, and Reynolds points over, and he goes, "That one there? It's the one from the dispatch, number 420."
Nice.
Yep. Maybe there's some sort of joke in there.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what? I think it's that screams lighted up to me for some reason. You got a spare gas can?
I can go to the store and get you one.
That'd be great. Here, take some money to pick that up with.
Okay. And he like leaves the parking lot to go get
I was gonna
the
ask
gas
if you
can.
had any more cousins we could call in for backup. I'm really liking this family.
I don't want to get
He's-
them all
he's
wiped
probably
out.
my
We
cousins.
might need them. Who knows? They might come out of a vending machine. We should be more careful. Anyway. We should probably try to gather intel before he gets back, because when he gets back, I might try to burn this place down. See what comes running out of it. It's way less risky to try to go into their defended position. Just saying.
Sure.
All right. So you're gonna scope it out.
Yeah. We got a drone.
Are we pulling the drone out?
I feel like it couldn't hurt.
Sure, we can roll the
Sure.
drone. We got time.
I mean, he's just going to get to get gas at an airport. Like,
Well, I passed my aircraft check for the drone. Don't know what that gives us. There's a drone in the air.
Yeah. So all right. So the top of this warehouse, the roof, has a lot of like the steel roof panels, but then certain areas of it are like that plastic see-through that allows light in to warehouses. So it's a little bit easier if you wanted to like get through the roof or the ceiling that way. Let's see. Maybe like a shot through the plastic with the high def camera of the drone will show that the inside of this warehouse has a lot of like big metal.
taxis.
frames in them. That maybe like safes, like big gun safes.
Okay.
The good news is those are probably fireproof.
Is there any more K-Finity signs, like written in graffiti, or that we can see on any of the outside of the buildings?
Probably. No. There would be.
Not like publicly announcing that this is the thing that's there.
Correct.
Is there anybody inside the warehouse?
You got like thermals on the drone.
I can't remember what we said the drone's capabilities were. We established it during the car chase in the Tampa thing, but
Yes. Yes, we do.
All right, so the drone shows heat from a box. Well, from like this area underneath the roof. I don't know if you'd be able to shoot through the roof with a thermal, but I'm giving you that.
Wait, where? Sorry.
Sorry, I'm drawing the warehouse over
I
here in
see
this
it, I see
corner,
it. Okay.
and there's a box in the back, like half
Mhm.
section.
And then we're seeing heat in this box.
Yes,
Okay.
radiating from the box, not like I don't know, fire or anything.
But that's it. We're not like getting.
Correct. Yeah, like so through the drone shots here, there's a bunch of these rectangles that look like safes. They're all stacked up inside this warehouse. In the back corner, there is heat coming from a area back there, a box back there.
Are they safes or are they vending machines?
Well, you can fly the drone closer to find out.
Enhance.
sure.
Enhance.
Spot hidden. Yes. No.
Yes, please, sir. I thought you were announcing that you were going to roll up my bed.
That
You don't
is
really-
a hard success.
So the you get a clear shot from the drone onto one of these, and what looked like a gun safe or something like that. It resolves into a large vending machine.
Hmm. And the only heat signature we're getting is from this one, like the one in the back. It's
Yeah.
not all of them. Okay. Okay. Huh. Well, that leads me to believe this is a recent addition.
Could be that there's just one active.
That's a good point. I think we're gonna need to find a way to see what or who are in those vending machines.
You want to hold this and I'll go climb up on the roof?
Hold what?
This RPG is pretty big. It's not good for climbing.
I'll hold
Gotcha.
that.
Oh.
You gonna climb up onto the roof?
I'm gonna do it slow and sneakily, trying to see if there's any cameras that I can see looking out at me. I got a drone up ahead, so they can't they get me if there's anybody coming.
We can do that.
All right. Yeah. So you guys already scoped out the area with the drone. It would have seen some cameras in the area, not necessarily belonging directly to this warehouse. They're kind of mounted on other walls. This warehouse shares a lot of walls with other buildings, so it's not 100% positive who owns what. That said, there's no camera directly on this door, like that sits on this warehouse, and you guys have flown the drone around it and been here for a little while, and nobody's popped up and said, "Hey, what the fuck?" So probably not actively being watched. Give me a stealth roll, Kizik, and an athletics roll to climb up.
62 is a pass on the stealth. Athletics is strength or dex.
It's whichever one you want to use.
I'm trying to be sneaky and quick, so I'm gonna go dexterity.
Oh, it's a climb roll.
Oh, okay, I can climb up a thing.
You have climb?
I have a 30 and climb. I climbed some. Oh man, what were those things? I climbed some stacked up containers on a barge that
True.
one time.
I do remember that. And for our listeners, I killed Kizik one time with a ladder.
Dude, ladders are dangerous.
And a climb check. So the climb is worse than the dex, right?
26 out of 30, I climbed that sucker.
You did climb that sucker. You get to the roof of this warehouse, and the panel.
You sneaky, agile goose.
That's what he does.
The clear panel in the roof that the drone was looking in through. You can get to it pretty easily.
Get on over there. It's a panel, and it's an old dilapidated thing. Does it wiggle a little bit? Can I sneak my head all the way in it?
Absolutely. Where do you want to go from here?
I take a peek around, and I see movement.
Nothing. There's no movement inside this warehouse.
I get on my phone and I text. I think it's clear, guys. You guys want to come up? Or we want to keep looking at it?
I'm gonna do whatever the group wants to do. All of
Well, I
my
think
all of my current plans are a bit destructive and permanent decisions. Can't undo any of the things I'm thinking about doing.
Can you give me a spot hidden?
That's a hard success.
On top of this, so all of them are like various steel boxes. Okay, some of them are vending machines. Some of them are gun safes. Some of them are display cases or big ass filing cabinets, like secured filing cabinets, things like that. The one that had the heat signature in it, or on it, or around it, was also a vending machine. And as you're looking at it, you realize that the top of the vending machine, or maybe it's stuck to the front of it, that's what it is. There is a letter, and it's flapping there, taped up on one end.
Oh no. Gavin, you got your reading glasses on?
You want me to climb back down and go take a peek at that? You want me to kick this open and fly the drone inside?
Actually, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and peel that plastic back or whatever it is.
Give him a nice hole.
At least a hard success. That might be an extreme success. No, it's a hard success. I am very good at flying this drone.
The fucking drone flies through the skylight, comes down, and on the camera, looking at this little note that like now flaps, in the downwash or the rotor wash of the drone, it says, "You carry the moon, I carry the sun. Soon both will rise." Signed, Kevin.
Is that vending machine the one from the vault?
It looks a lot like it.
Is that vending machine fireproof?
I don't know how to tell you that. It's a vending machine. Enough
While we've
fire.
got the drone in there, could we possibly see what's in the other vending machines?
Sure, yeah, you can like scope it out with the drone inside, fly it around. You want to go slow and steady, like checking everything out?
Yep.
Yeah, so if we've got like a Kevin vending machine, do we have a Corcoba vending machine or a...
All right. So, long story short, you do find this vending machine with the K on it. It has a Kevin icon at the very bottom. And then as you go around, there are other vending machines. And they have names down there at the bottom. There's 3 or 4 of them. There's Levi's. There's Corcobas. There's 2 more. Hold on, I gotta find them.
Who's Levi again?
You haven't met him yet.
And here I was thinking it was just a vending machine full of jeans.
Sentient jeans.
A denim vending machine's not the worst idea.
Might have been a Jimmy Neutron about pants that attacked.
Oh.
Where can I find this name?
You sure it's not Emmanuel or Manny?
No.
That's what I was waiting for him to say.
Manuel.
Manuel.
Emmanuel.
I guess it's in my phone. I'm gonna have to find it. I'll send it to you. You do find 2 other names. They are very important, and I will find them and send them to you.
Okay.
All right. So, one says Kevin, one says Corcoba, one says Levi's, and then there's 2 more. I'll get you those. You have a name maybe for something like this. What was it? The Covenant of the what?
The Unbound.
Unbound? What the fudge does that mean?
Doesn't mean fireproof.
Does not mean fireproof.
Unbound to a vending machine. But we had the Codex who told us about the vending machine in the vault.
Yeah, we already sent the Codex and Marge this symbol and everything. They didn't know anything about it, so I'm guessing this is new.
But it knows about people vending machines, which surely we could use a refresher on.
Oh, you just want to see how to get rid of them.
Yeah, what are we working with here? Just knowledge is power.
Just go push the buttons a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, I did that last time. That's how we got in this mess.
Yeah, I don't want us to touch them.
All right,
I want us to destroy them.
I go open the big door and say, like, right there, and point towards it, and we shoot an RPG in there. After we put a whole bunch of bottles of gasoline.
You're planning to torch this place?
I don't think
that's-
it could hurt.
That would
It's
be
a safe house.
that would be
Let's
an
make it unsafe.
affirmative. We're going to burn this place to the ground.
Make sure you'll get your drone out first.
Yeah. Oh, it's already out.
We're gonna make sure you get off the roof too.
Oh shit, I gotta climb down.
Athletics check.
Holy shit! I do it good!
Do a front flip. This is when Neo jumps from the roof.
My earballs.
That was brilliant. All right, so why don't we'll finish this episode with an awesome explosion and you guys walking like badasses away with an inferno fireball, rising up to the sky behind you as your first hit into the Covenant of the Unbound finally takes place. And you've got a lot of questions, I know. What are these fucking vending machines? Do they just produce them? Do they travel through them? Is it some sort of wormy holy thing? What are those cabinets in Harry Potter? Anyway, next time on Florida Green, you guys will, you got Corcova. You could do some more with him. Figure out what do you want to do? Do you want to, we can finish this, actually, we can start next episode back in Florida. What do you want to do with Corcova? What's tying you to Lima?
Kevin.
He's still here. Obviously, the servitor's still here. Any thoughts for next time?
I'm wondering if it's worth looking into who was renting or owned the warehouse.
Yeah, ownership of the warehouse. Track that shit down. That's an idea. That's a hell of an idea.
I gotta figure out who this Levi guy is, or who this name X and name Y guy are. I'm gonna ask a bunch of people what their names are and look at them and see if I can trust them. I'm gonna look for some Kevin Infinity tattoos.
Look for him how?
Just with my eyeballs.
Okay.
Anybody I see looking hard at the arms. Where is Corcova's tattoo? You said it's on his forearm?
Yeah, it's on the inside of his forearm.
We can ask Silas if Kevin ever had a tattoo.
Go that way. I'm gonna find this fucking thing. Damn it. Alright, but yeah, I'll get that to you. Sorry for the frustrations. That's what happens when I don't super prep out an episode. When I'm like, ugh.
I don't know. It's been fun, but it also has been a constant. Even when I succeed, I felt like we failed. And it hasn't just been this episode. But that's just how I'm feeling about it. I won't speak for the group. But
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm doing that. Yeah, I don't mean to be doing that.
It's a pacing issue. Obviously, you want to have this big climactic thing, and you want to work for it. And I see what you're going for. And I also understand that having not prepped the way that you normally would has an effect on that. But even when we succeeded this time, I felt like, okay, well, we succeeded in thing, and then nothing. And it just kept happening like that.
Yep, princess is in another castle.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. I get that. All right. I know one of those names is Sarpa, Sarpa. So it's Sarpa, Levi, Corcoba, and Kevin. I'll try to find that last name too.
Okay.
Well, thanks for playing. You guys have exploded a warehouse full of vending machines.
Yay.
Who knows why? Lima, Peru. You guys are really close to the Andes. Oh man, you could check some shit out. Wait, am I right about the Andes thing? Foot in my mouth.
Closest Machu Picchu.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys could do some sightseeing.
We did talk about Machu Picchu in the end of the last episode.
I don't know if Evel Gavin's ever caught himself a Pacific fish. Might want to go out and check something out. But we fighting a scary Kevin clone.
Well, it's worse than that. I mean, from the sound of things, we're going to get attacked by a servitor just about every night.
Alright, you sleep on top of the RPG. I sleep on top of the net gun. I get him down and you blow him up.
This one also didn't follow the same rules. It didn't come out at 3 a.m. like the ones that you ran into.
We noticed that.
Yeah, so rules have changed.
I wasn't sure if that was part of it, or if the GM,
Yeah, that was
the GM had
no, that
slipped
was
up and
intentional.
then was like, "Oh well, oops." So
No, that
I wasn't
totally intentional.
Wasn't reading into that one yet.
This is Kevin has probably more control over this amulet than old Tommy Dangler. It's a little bit more dangerous. Do love Kevin Kiswick's fucking idea though. That would end it real quick.
Yeah.
Think about that a little bit more.
All right. Well,
Thank you, everybody.
yeah,
Yep. Appreciate it.
good times. We'll be back next Saturday. So the next Saturday is the conclusion of the current Traveler dive they're doing. Rex will be dialing in on his phone remotely, so we all have to accommodate for that. I'm not skipping 2 sessions in a row, and I kind of gave him a heads up on that. It's not fair to everyone else. So we will be back on target for proceeding next Saturday. And hopefully we'll be getting a pretty good dive out of this one, because you guys made some pretty amazing checks last time, so you're in a much better situation than you should have been for the start of this. But yeah, that's next time. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by and playing. I'll see you next time.